Well, I'm gonna move you guys to where you left off.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think we just fought what was Manus calling it? A pink worm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is listed as in the bestiary. I'm pretty sure it's a pink worm.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, I can probably Google search pink
Didn't give
worm
us
and
pink
find
eye,
it.
did it?
I bet you if
No,
you Google search pink worm, you won't find what you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
Oh my.
I'm just intentionally, like, not, metagaming.
Oh, okay.
It was a worm, and it was pink.
Yeah. I was pretty sure. I mean, I don't remember anything about the stat block of it, but I know I remember seeing that or a picture similar to that at least. Like purple worms are like a really old monster, right? From like I remember those things from like 3rd edition. So
I think
The
so.
worse the name, the older the monster.
yeah, that's actually pretty accurate. Like the stupider the
I
name
say
is.
that's not untrue.
Anyway, yes, you had just
So I
fought in
think
that
I was
creature.
trying to cast, a spell.
Right, you were preparing your own copy of Scrying into an empty spell slot you had, and then you were
Yeah.
going to cast Scry.
Yeah.
Honestly, after almost getting eaten alive, I have a backup character ready again.
Already?
Aw, come on.
Ooh, we
I
have
also
a
got
Claren.
bored.
That's true. We just resurrect you if you die.
Yeah, it was
Actually
more of
said,
an I got bored.
Yeah, I know. That's what you just do a homebrew game and then you just make shitty characters and be like, all right, this shitty character is gonna be an NPC now.
Well, if
I
Safa
made her drow
dies,
bolt
third time's a
ace.
charm. I think she's gonna stay dead this time. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Her soul's like, no, I don't want to come back anymore. This
Fuck
place
this shit.
Nope,
sucks.
done with this shit.
Life sucks, man.
Um, also, in like about an hour, I won't be able to speak on vents, so I'm gonna be doing my shit in Roll20 text. But I have about an hour
jeez.
of that.
What? Why?
We have
All right.
guests over.
Don't
and
you know
one
how to
of them's
talk
a
quietly
really,
to your
really light
microphone?
sleeper. Huh?
Don't you know how to talk quietly to your microphone?
Like, I mean, really
You gotta take your microphone right into your mouth.
Right into your mouth.
Oh man.
Okay, Mantis.
No, you could do what a guy who used to play Guild Wars did, where you would just play on a laptop outside. Actually, that
Go
was
get
pretty
a
funny,
sheet
too.
and cover yourself in the
Yeah, actually,
sheet, and then
we
There
had
you
talk
like
go.
a
quietly.
GVG game where he was like complaining
Like a
that the
blanket
rain
fort.
was starting to get onto his laptop or something like that. It was an experience.
People thought I
Anyway.
did that because of the crickets and the birds and shit.
Yeah. No, this guy literally was playing outside.
It's
He's doing, like, some
atmospherically
pretty-
appropriate for a druid.
I'm not a druid today.
Oh. Safa has 5 strength damage still?
Yeah, you took some
Yeah, I
poison.
can't do anything about that right now.
When did that happen?
Yeah, I have a negative level, so I mean,
Fight with the worm.
Oh,
Stung
was
you.
it? Oh, okay.
yeah, it was a poison from the worm.
I'm
I
just
tried
like
giving
At first
staring
it
at
wasn't so
neutralized
bad.
poison.
And then it got really bad.
Yeah, I tried giving you a neutralized poison potion, but then I realized the neutralized poison is like the stupidest potion in the game for how expensive it is.
Yeah.
I mean, we got it for free anyway, but still, man, that thing sucked.
Wait, Pluto, where did you get the negative level? Oh, the moss.
Yeah, the moss or whatever, the fucking fungus, and yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully, it's not a hard DC because I don't know. I mean, my fort save is +6. I mean, it's not bad. So if it's like a DC that's not like 20 or something like that, Yeah, I have a decent chance. Otherwise, we're probably just spending a fuck ton of money because I don't think we're gonna be able to get to cast restoration off of it while it's still cheap in time. I don't know, though,
What?
maybe. We're kind of in a weird spot.
Oh no,
where
I
we're not gonna
can't
be able
do
to-
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not gonna be able to get it off while it's still cheap, so we'll probably end up getting rid of it like a fucking week later, and it's gonna cost
Alright,
like 10,000
so
gold.
what do you guys do with the rest of your time here?
I just derp around while fucking
Start the spell
Valyria
again?
attempts to do her own scry, and since mine didn't work.
Am I still preparing spells?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. You're like preparing
Okay.
to scry.
Then I do have. I'm also gonna prepare a lesser restoration.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We can at least take care of the strength damage.
Some of it at least.
Yeah. I mean, if you get rid of like 3 or 4 of it, then the rest of it will you can take care of itself over time, and it's not a big deal.
How damaged is Safa right now?
5?
5 strength damage.
No. Health.
Oh.
There we go. You can see the bar now.
Minus 30.
Okay, I'm also gonna prepare an inflict.
I have my wand. 3 charges, I'll be healed up.
Your wand of what?
Inflict.
Infernal healing.
Or infernal healing.
I'm not using that. That's foul.
Oh.
Oh, well, I
Araxi?
can use it for you. It's not a big deal. Sure,
Alright.
no problem. I'll
Thank
use
you.
it for you.
Much appreciated.
I mean, we wouldn't want Safa to detect as evil or anything, guys. That would be bad.
I'm not like super evil though, so like I wouldn't have an evil aura on me for like paladins.
When you infernal
Uh,
healing, you do.
I think you.
Well,
I think
with
you
infernal
would
healing,
just
yes.
because you're a high enough level.
Well,
Because that's
maybe
like
'cause
it
I'm
normally
high
doesn't.
level, yeah, maybe.
Once you get above like level 5, you actually get an aura of whatever your alignment is, just because you're like a powerful dude or whatever.
Gotcha.
yeah, like-
so
Yeah, you can't run around.
This
using
is
detect
the
evil
lesser
and killing
restoration.
commoners because they're evil, because they don't actually detect as evil.
Mm.
that helped.
Helps a little.
Oh, thank you.
Helps basically not at all, but well, it helps a little bit because you'll get your modifier will improve a day faster than it would have. So yeah. I guess it'll help
Every
long
little
term
bit helps.
because yeah, it'll help long term. It's not gonna help today, but
And I'm casting Scry, so I need to make a caster level check.
Yes,
Yeah.
because of spell resistance.
I should have used a
Don't
level
fuck
1
it up.
slot. Actually, no, it wasn't the spell resistance that screwed me over last time anyway. I actually beat the spell resistance, I think. But I have the spell Sure Casting, which I could use as well. It's like a Swift or something, I think.
Let me see what my caster level check actually
Oh no, actually
is.
it's a full round. Sure Casting's a full round spell? What? That's so terrible. No, it's the duration. Sorry, I'm dumb. It's just one standard action. Okay, it's still, I mean, it's still not good.
Where is
but-
the caster level check on Hero Lab?
Like the caster level check bouton?
If you hover
or
your
actually
mouse
would be
over the
bouton?
spell itself, it'll tell you all the stuff, your numbers, kind of in the middle section there.
Okay. So I need to change something. Okay. That should be good enough.
Yeah, you do.
26.
So then she gets to will save though. You get some or she has a penalty to it because you know her though, I think, or something. If you, especially, I think, or maybe it just neutralizes
And
it. I don't remember.
The
There's a table
base
somewhere.
will save is DC 21.
21? Okay. Do you have anything that will make this easier?
She kissed me.
Do you
Yeah, let's
have
look at the table. Let's look at the table.
do you have a likeness or a picture of her, a possession or a
Yeah, I
garment
made
or a
drew
one
a
part of her
for,
body?
Yeah, we drew a picture, so that would give a -2 penalty, assuming the picture is like accurate enough. And then let's see, first-hand knowledge, no modifier on that. If you count him as being familiar with her, then that means she gets a -5 to the will save, though. So that's kind
I
of a
don't
DM
think
call in
we're
there. If you
that
think,
familiar.
I mean, I know like Araxi wasn't, so I definitely was like first-hand. I've met her, but maybe you could rule. I think it's a little bit closer for. I don't know. I mean, I'd leave that to Matt basically, I guess. But whether Valeria would count as being familiar with her or just firsthand, like having met her. I guess you could even put it somewhere between the two. Like it's a -5 for being familiar, it's a +0, or a -0, I guess, for being firsthand. Maybe if you put it somewhere between the two. But I don't know. If you have a possession or garment, it's -4. That's what you guys did when you guys were trying to find Amber. You guys had like the dolls you made.
I'm sorry, I stepped away for a second.
Okay.
Did you say anything?
I was just talking
not
about
yet.
the table.
Okay.
I was gonna say that
That's
your
what I
spell
thought.
succeeds though.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay.
So you're scrying on her?
I am.
Okay.
For up to 9 minutes.
Yep.
Then you see her. You see her in a private room. It looks like a a bed chamber with some space in it as well for like lounging and then uh, the sleeping quarters. Just like a typical little noble's room. And she is enjoying some drinks.
My, she is a heavy drinker. Okay. Um. So does it look like a bed chamber or like something that would be right off of that?
What?
Does it look like a bedroom or something that would be like right off of that? Is there?
Keep in
Does she
mind
have
you
any company?
can only see 10 feet
She
around
seems
her.
to be, yeah, she seems to be alone.
Now the question is, do you have enough that you can actually tell me, like, give me directions to dim door, though? Because that's gonna be the tricky
Of
part.
course I don't, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Oh my god. I guess I have 2 dim doors, so I mean... Still super risky, but for a number of reasons.
Is she near any windows?
No, there don't seem to be any windows in her room.
At least not within
Okay.
10 feet.
In fact, you don't see very many windows at all on this on this palace when you had a chance to look at it.
Okay.
I mean, it
Well,
makes sense. It's not like they need windows to let
sounds
the
like it's
sunlight in.
time to get us all killed or something.
Yeah.
You did see that there was a rather large balcony on the second story of the palace.
Oh, I did? Oh, we can dim door
Yes.
there. Or just inside of it.
Okay, what do you want to do? And I'm not saying that you see a balcony during your scrying. I'm saying that when you guys were looking at the palace from like
Right.
I know.
100, 200 feet away, there was a very large balcony on the second story.
Was it anywhere close to where the direction of where I detected her dress?
I guess you would have been facing that way. But like I said, this is a very, very large balcony. Like if you're facing the palace, there's no way you cannot see it.
Okay. Why don't we try to dim door to the inside of that balcony?
Like the room
You mean like
right adjacent to
the
it?
room past?
Yeah.
I mean, we could, but like the thing to keep in mind with particularly this form of teleportation is that it's somewhat disorienting, and that if we do when we do teleport in there, there's a good chance that we like not knowing what's in there makes it very dangerous. We could end up appearing right in front of very hostile people and be immediately assailed.
We could.
Let's see. Do I have a spell?
But if we appear on the balcony, the guards might assail us.
I'm not suggesting we appear on the balcony either. I'm suggesting perhaps, if anything, that we look for another way.
Okay, and how would you suggest doing that?
I think I would suggest finding more information before we just haphazardly jump into this. I know it might not feel good to have come this far just to return back to Zernikainen without having actually feeling like we actually have accomplished anything, but that might be the best way to not get killed. Keep in mind, if something goes wrong, there's no one here to bail us out.
I have full faith in you.
Well, don't take any offense to this, but don't have faith in all of us being able to uh, survive this sort of thing without having more information. I'm sure I can get us in there. I don't, I wouldn't be able to do much to help us out once we're in there. It'd be essentially a leap of faith, and I don't have much faith in this. I don't know. What's anybody else's thoughts on this?
Yeah,
I,
that's
I,
the
I don't,
group.
I don't think just going in without any information is a good idea.
Can we just go already? I'm afraid there's more creatures here and it's unnerving.
See, I'm afraid that whatever's out here isn't going to be as bad as what's in there.
If
You think
push comes to shove and we
there might
get
be
in
more
trouble,
worms?
maybe she'll come rescue us. I don't know. But it might be safer in there than out here.
Wait, what? Who will come rescue you?
No,
Yeah,
Sophis
I don't
just
think
talking
anyone
to
will.
them.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think anyone's gonna help us if we end up getting in trouble in there.
Not even her dear friend she's making.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't trust her at all. The impression I get from her, uh, and take this from somebody who understands this sort of mindset, is that she thinks that like she probably doesn't really. She probably thinks she's above us, I suppose, and she doesn't really view us as anything other than a convenient distraction.
Let's
Us
just
just showing up
teleport
and
to the
causing trouble could end
balcony,
up being.
not beyond the balcony, and then we can maybe listen in on the door and see if it's safe.
Well, teleporting onto the balcony might be almost just as bad. There's guards posted all over the outside of it.
On the balcony?
Not on the balcony itself, but along, like, if you're in there, it's right in plain view. That
Well,
balcony is as good a view as it has. Everywhere else has a really good view of it.
Alright, Safa puts her hands up in the air and says, then what?
Well, I think our two options are we either go back to Zernikainen and regroup, or
No.
we take a blind leap of faith and teleport into this building
Let's
with
do
no
it.
information.
Nope, that Safa expressed her opinion.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I have a second dimension door, so I suppose worst case, I fucking door us right back out if we don't just get insta-killed or something. But there's other things to be concerned about too. There's magics that could depending on how powerful their magicians are, they might have ways to completely block teleportation from even allowing it to access at all. And
Yeah, there's probably barriers.
and there's and I know that maybe doesn't sound bad because if you might be thinking that that would just prevent us from teleporting in there, but there's actually much worse fates you can suffer from magic such as that. Again, speaking from experience.
Huh. What was your experience?
Just a unfortunate teleportation mishap that I believe might have been caused by some sort of tampering.
Oh.
So, as I said, I will attempt this, despite the fact that my instincts are telling me not to, if everyone else wants to, but just wanted to put that out there. That's my opinion on it before we go through with this plan. I'm kind of on a 50-50 split right now, so I mean,
Yeah.
Well, let's wait for another worm to come by and we'll ask him.
Uh,
I wouldn't mind another worm. I only got one dose of poison out of that one.
Huh.
you'll find that worms such as that, she indicates to the dissected corpse of the worm, are much less treacherous than what we'll deal with in there.
Honestly,
far
I'm
less
not
prone to
afraid of
deceit.
worms. But we've seen a number of very bizarre shit since we've been here, and I've never seen this stuff on the surface, so I'm not about to, like, start getting a collection. So if we can get a move on, that would be great.
I think we've collected about as much information as we can in the depths of Zernikainen. Or, yeah. What was this place called?
I mean,
Started with
the
like
bigger
an
cities
I.
are
Yes.
Zernikainen, and this one's
No, they're
like
both Zernikainen.
this one's
This whole area
Erzur.
is Zernikainen, but this particular cavern that holds the nobility is called Argisir.
Yeah, it's a part of
And what's the
Zernikainen.
one that holds the not nobility?
Like the
The one that
larger
you were
one that
in?
we're just in.
Yeah.
Lower Zernikainen.
That one has a name that's a little
Right.
harder to pronounce.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not sure we'll be able to find more information there unless you want to talk to the friend we made on our first way down here.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
It's
that one.
Coster Davarin.
So yeah, lower Zernikainen basically.
There's a lower level too.
Oh yeah? Like an even lower level?
Yeah.
There you go, let's go
There's
there
a third tier.
then. It's probably not a very nice place, I'd imagine. Then again, none of this is a particularly nice place.
What was that guy's name? Gadak. Unless you want to try to
There it
find
is,
Gadak
Brigir.
again.
Gadok, I believe he has a place in the lower places Zernikainen. Although to be honest, I told him I'd be able to find it and actually never bothered to try. He's I don't know, there's something very unnerving about that man. And he is supposedly part of this same house though.
Right.
I mentioned this before, but it could be a valid way. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel as though us already having contacts within this house might be seen as being particularly crafty in its own way.
I understand. I just don't trust that man with a 10-foot pole.
Well, being as that is, I find it very strange that you're willing to trust the idea of teleporting blindly into a building that you've never been to before, that none of us has ever been to before.
I have faith that Shaylin will protect me. Shaylin.
Good old divine character. My
Yeah,
faith
I
will
know.
protect me.
That's good for you, but I don't believe Shaylin will have any desire to protect the rest of us.
This will protect me.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, hopefully my presence will be enough to gain her good favor.
Hmm. It's like rough because like that's the thing. If I teleport us in there, I'm pretty much just relying on you guys to get us through it because like I'm not gonna have like any spells.
Wait, why don't you have spells?
So because I've fucking been blowing a bunch of them in other combat, like, and I have to use like half of my spells just on fucking not getting ousted as being a fucking merfolk. Like half my spells go into that basically. I have to cast like Finn's Defeat twice a day, and like at least that one. And usually I've been doing Dark Vision twice a day as well. I usually try to put non-detection at like whatever our primary like time that we're actually like active, I guess, as well. So I mean that's like another spell. I've
Yep,
already
they're
used a
intrigue
scrying.
spells, and they have been
Yeah,
important.
I've already used scrying, so I mean that's another spell. Like, so I mean I can get us in there, but you guys are gonna I guess it's just a very uncomfortable position because I'm putting a lot of faith into you guys to get us through the rest of this. So I suppose if the majority of you are confident in your abilities, then I can get us in there.
Araxi, if it makes you feel any better, I'll probably die before you.
It really doesn't make me feel any better.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, I mean, if that's what we're gonna do, then I guess gather around. I can get us there.
I think we're still at an impasse. Is there any like GM hint that we can get from a intelligence check
Spend
about
bottle
whether this
cap.
is
What kind of
actually
information are you looking for?
whether I think this is actually a terrible idea, or my character does.
Whether you actually think this is a bad idea. Right now, you guys are like off the rails right now. You've driven like your buggy like right you've driven your Jurassic Park car right off the rails, and you guys are freestyling this right now. So
Nice.
Word.
I
So
think
we need
this
to
is a
keep
wonderful
the
idea.
freestyle up. Okay.
Oh God.
I mean, stuff will happen. Whether it's good or bad is I honestly cannot tell you because I can't ruin this. This is a golden opportunity for me. You don't understand.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We must keep the opportunity.
Uh, So I am going to try to like convince Nataka and Araxi through my force of charisma.
To what?
Okay. I was actually gonna
That
propose
will
that
be
possibly
fine.
that we could do like a
Okay.
bunch of charisma rolls, but
It seemed like Araxi was on board with it.
not really. She's like being super reluctant about it, but
Reluctant is as good as saying yes.
yeah, like, she was gonna do it, but dang, that's a pretty bad roll.
I'm sure that's a better charisma than these three could roll.
No, Araxi can.
These
well,
three have
apparently-
terrible
I win!
charisma.
I
wait.
actually, Raxi doesn't
We're
actually.
rolling
Raxi has
charisma for?
16 charisma.
No.
But-
It was Valeria and charisma.
Yeah,
Valeria
she was just
and
rolling.
Araxi.
She was just rolling a thing to see if she was able to be like convincing about it. I guess basically.
I start.
Like,
I
convince us
like.
to go.
I see you guys like charisma offing, and then I join in.
Okay. See, the funny thing is, that I would have tied you if I didn't have this stupid negative level.
But you have the stupid negative level.
I know.
But I beat both of you, so. How about
Okay,
that?
we're doing whatever Safa says. All
I
right.
beat both of them too.
Okay, we're going in.
Safa just stares really intently.
You
Is there
like
9
me.
charisma?
I'm
8 charisma or whatever you
likable.
guys have.
That's how she hits on
Or I'm
people.
intimidating.
She goes
I
up, "You like me,"
guess.
and they're just too afraid
You
to say.
like me or I break you.
I don't have dominate,
like
but
the-
it's like
You
mentally
mean
in me
I
where I think
drink
I'm
you?
gonna dominate.
Like there's some
Well,
like
'cause
feats and
vampires
stuff
do
you
that.
can do to get like strength to charisma or strength to diplomacy. So it's like I flex at you to convince you that I'm right.
Ah, that'd be awesome. I would so make a
strength to
barbarian or
knowledge
something
or
like
something
that. Or
like
you should
that,
do
I
that
think-
with the. You should do that with the celebrity
beard
runway
magus.
model barbarian.
Oh.
Strength
Oh,
to
yeah, that
charisma
would
and
be fun,
diplomacy.
Oh man.
He or
Like
she
charisma
could be like,
small
"Look at
charisma
my
skills."
muscles. Doesn't this sound like a good idea?"
Just like talk to him by like fucking having like your pec talk to him or something like that. Just like you're flexing it as you talk. It's like, yeah, look, it's fucking bobbing. It's bobbing around.
Just
it's
use
talking.
That'd be awesome.
ventriloquism.
Yeah. Make
I
a
support this
ventriloquist.
character.
Make this character a ventriloquist as well. Oh man, this is sounding like the best character ever.
The ventriloquist bodybuilder.
Well, I mean, I might need to make that character because we're about to do something really stupid. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
so-
tell me, how are you guys teleporting in here? Where's your desired destination? And are you using Dimension Door?
Yeah, I'd be Dimension Door. I don't actually have teleport yet because I don't have 5th level spells until
Right.
I think next
So where's
level
your
I
point
get.
of focus? Like, what are you shooting for, distance-wise?
Well, let's
Is
see.
it somewhere
how
you can
far away
see?
are we? Kind of. I can't see the exact location because what I'd be doing is I'd be going over here, kind of like around the corner there, where you can kind of see that balcony, and I'm gonna be focusing on the point just beyond the wall of the balcony to get us inside the building, and just hope it's not like a heavily populated building that like, oh yeah, we just teleported right into the ballroom and they're fucking having a party. Oh, maybe that'd be better. Maybe that would be better because then we could play it off as like, oh yeah, we were here all along.
What clothes are
But
we
you know what I
wearing?
mean. Like,
Okay.
I don't remember. Are we wearing the fancy clothes or are we wearing normal clothes? I think we're wearing normal clothes.
Before we
but-
teleport,
I don't have fancy clothes.
We all bought
we should
fancy
put on the
clothes.
fancy clothes.
I didn't.
Okay, sure. So we do that, and then yeah, I'm gonna try to dim doors, like just past the fucking one of the walls of the balcony, like into the room on the other side, and hope things don't go fucking terribly, because they probably will.
Okay.
But you know, I think that's the plan. So, and you know, I'm sure Valyria has great ways to keep us from dying here, since she was so insistent on this plan. Fortunately, I have a single level 4 spell left, so I mean, if I need to, I can dim doors back out. Maybe. I mean, the thing with dim door is that like, yeah, like as soon as you finish dim door and you lose all your action points around anything, so you can't you can't just show up and do anything else really right away unless you have like dimensional agility or something. Which I might take. I might take dimensional agility. It's not quite as useful on a Arcanist as it is on like a Magus or something, but
It's broken on a Magus, but anyway.
did you know you can do dimensional agility?
So are we gonna
like,
go in
on a
or what?
paladin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Matt's
Well,
probably
hold
gonna
on
do
a sec.
some preparation for that. You know?
Got
Since we're
to
going-
do the DM stuff.
Yeah. We're just like, yeah, we're gonna randomly teleport somewhere we've never been before with Dimension Door. That's a great idea. I can do it up to like 500 feet or something like that, or something. Maybe I think more
It's
than that actually. Oh, a lot
880.
more than that. Yeah, it's like 800
Or
feet.
780 or something.
It's a little bit lower because of the negative level, but than it otherwise would be. But yeah, it's still like 800 feet. Or 700 feet or something. I don't know. It squares 100 feet, so I mean, I don't know. We might have to move a little bit closer than actually we are here or there, I guess, but of course they're talking about the squares on the like there's a grid underneath the grid, I guess.
Okay, I
Those
think
are-
I have this correct.
Yeah, I should have no problem with that actually. I do like 7 squares. basically.
Alright, you guys Dimension Door.
Yep. Hopefully into an empty room or something. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll be in like her room. Like, that's what we meant to do. Great job, team.
Let me describe the room that you're in.
Okay.
Just need to go find it real quick.
Yeah, we're like skipping to the end dungeon. It's pretty great. Maybe. I have no idea actually.
The house is the dungeon.
It might be.
Dungeon.
So what you see in here are, you see many sculptures and paintings. Their subjects all ranging from the grisly to the erotic, and they all decorate this large area. It looks to be like some kind of gallery.
Hmm.
And
Well, we
as
don't see
grisly
anybody in
and,
here.
taboo as these images are, you can probably guess, like just off the top of your head, that this collection must be worth like a fortune. Like they're that good.
Nope.
You don't
Worth
see
what?
anybody.
Well, that's good. We didn't get the dim door didn't redirect to a prison cell or anywhere, so that's good too. It means there wasn't a
There
whatever you
are,
call that
all you
spell.
see are these two iron doors over here and a stairway that goes down.
Did the dress seem to be on approximately the same level as the balcony?
No, it just seemed like he was coming from the same direction.
Okay, okay, never mind. That's fine. Let's go down. To
Go down the
the
stairs.
iron doors, not downstairs.
Oh. What are the doors here? Okay, I'll be
Yeah.
very careful to not fucking touch any of the paintings.
You're gonna go downstairs?
No, we're gonna
No.
go to the doors.
The doors? Okay. You go to the
We'll
door.
look around very nervously.
Do the doors lead to the balcony? Is that what's going on here? What side's the balcony on? Is that on the? Or is this a window right here? Maybe.
You would have known that the balcony was coming from this area, which is why
Okay.
you're close to the wall.
Right. I figured. So maybe the balcony might wrap over to this door. I don't remember that, but or this is just connected to another room that's like next to the balcony.
What are you looking for with that perception?
Traps, I guess. Hearing.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Aw, you bastard. Well, Valeria, you don't hear anything on the door, or you don't see any traps. Soft. Just man up and like put like a sheet over you.
No, I just talk anyway, and then be like, "My house, my rules," and then your parents not kick you out, and you're like, "Shit, I didn't think this through all the way."
Get the person to play
I
Pathfinder with you.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. That's a good way to do
I
it.
don't understand what's happening, but I'll live.
What?
What do
I
you
don't
What are you
mean?
talking
understand
about,
why
Derek?
he's not talking, but I'll live.
Because he said
Uh,
that he has somebody who's like sound sensitive or something.
that's like visiting or whatever. So he's like, "I gotta be quiet because they went to bed or something." I think.
You gotta start him young, man.
With erotic material.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Oh yeah. As a parent, I approve.
They'll either embrace it or not remember it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
The
They'll
3-year-old will
just
grow up and
yeah,
you
they'll
know
be
get
a very
themselves turned
imaginative.
into a drow and
They'll be a very imaginative person. It'll be a win-win.
They'll be fully prepared to play Pathfinder.
I'm drow-sexual.
Like people being prepared to play Pathfinder, I'm pretty sure that that's what like most parents are trying to get their kids prepared for to play Pathfinder.
That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
would get
yeah.
my kid prepared for.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
like
mean,
the whole
that's
point.
why
Like
we
they're
learn
like,
math, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yes, that's also true.
We don't
learn
use it
math
for
to play
it's to roll
Pathfinder.
dice.
Yeah, that's why I was taking discrete math. They're like they got to like dice rolling problems and stuff. I'm like, yes, this is what I came here for. This is what I'm
If I ever
spending
become
hundreds
a
of
math
dollars
teacher,
to do.
that's what I'm gonna tell my students. Don't worry, you will use math in your future.
You'll use it. You will use it
I'll make a
someday
trap
because
where you have to solve a matrix or something.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
not that kind of math, but okay.
what like find the inverse of it or something. Find the inverse matrix.
Yeah, or solve for X. Anyway, so you listen at the door and you don't hear anything. It sounds dead silent on the other side of that door. You're positive with that 31 perception. And Safa, you don't think there's traps. These are just big, heavy iron doors, and they've got like the house like symbol on it and shit.
Okay. Look at the others if they want me to open.
No, Valeria's already opening the door.
Oh. Fine.
You try to open the door and it's locked.
Huh. Ha!
Okay,
Now what?
I guess we gotta go home now.
No.
Okay, we
or
can do that
actually-
too. Okay, fine. We'll go down the stairs.
Or I could
What's this?
try and pick the lock.
I mean, I guess. What's this over here, by the way? Is this like this yellowish thing? Is it just a wall? Or is-
There's a wall here, yes. Ignore the yellowish stuff.
Okay, I mean,
That's just stuff on the map.
I know.
Doesn't
Stuff on the
mean
map
anything.
worries me. Okay.
If you want to give it importance, I'm more than happy to give you consequences.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, you'll just turn into
You
like
guys
a
are helping
fungus
me
or
wait
something.
this story.
No, Pluto's
I
helping
know,
you
and the
write
pen
this
is mightier
story.
than
I'm like the
sword.
worst at that. That's like my favorite thing to do is I have like this weird like habit of just like listing off horrible things for DMs to do to my characters, even though I don't like I don't know, maybe part
Yeah,
of me
but
does
it
want
also
it.
consumes kind of
Derek,
some of our
you
time.
don't think you see any traps on the door.
Okay.
So if you want to
Then I'm
pick
going
it, you
to
can try.
attempt to disable device. Wow,
Ooh.
really?
I guess you didn't succeed.
Hopefully,
Maybe you
didn't
did. Maybe
bust
it's a low DC.
Like
That's
I
true.
got
You
a
could have broken the
19,
lock.
and then I got a 19.
Well,
like- The die roll changed to match the bonus.
it's fine. Well, even if you broke the lock, we'll just say we didn't do it.
I'd be surprised if I broke the lock with a 19, actually. I'd be impressed.
Maybe it's a DC 30.
Yeah, well, I've got the Masterwork Thieves tools, so... Yay for extra bonus.
Yeah,
It takes you
sorry,
3 rounds to try, but you don't get it.
No, I'm an alchemist, not a rogue. I'm okay.
Okay, Valeria wants to go downstairs.
I've got full ranks, so +9, +3, +2, +2.
I knew we should have went to
Ooh.
Magnum. There's a really good locksmith there. I read about him in the locksmith. What was it? The locksmith.
He's probably just a troll.
It was something like the locksmith monthly journal that comes out like 6 times a year or something like that. Or it was the monthly weekly, or I don't know, something weird like that. Like it had like a really contradictory name like that because it was I
Okay,
gotta
are you guys going
I
down the
gotta go look it
stairs?
up.
Is Valeria going down by herself?
No, I'll go with Valeria.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Like nothing bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll all go too.
Whoops. Whoops. Okay. I moved my token over to the stairs as we're going down the stairs. I think my non-detection spell's still up, but your guys' non-detection spells aren't, because you guys don't have non-detection, I don't think. So, yeah. Not the...
Yeah, let's all go downstairs.
Polygon reveal has been very useful to me right now. Okay, then I'll take you downstairs.
Oh man, more doors.
Yep, you go down and you see a hallway.
Wait, where am I? Oh.
Yeah, I know. If only Nizzo were here, he could just go check all the doors. Unlock everything. If we open any of the doors that have anybody in them, you're just like, oops, wrong door.
Yeah, no, I
And then
only
the
have a
boss will run
14 on
away.
dexterity, guys. Gosh.
That was like my favorite. What was the name of that? It was like the chicken in Fort Rannoch who was just like
Wait, what?
Nizzo opened the door and then was like, oops, wrong door, and then she ran away.
Lucretia.
Lucretia? Yeah. Do we actually fight her later though? I think we did.
Yes.
I think we killed her.
Mantis was
We
absent.
haven't killed her sister, but we killed her. Yeah, we killed her, I think. Alright. I should probably roll like a perception for like trying to listen if somebody's like coming down the like if I hear people talking as they're like walking down the hall maybe or something or something like that. Like I'm trying to listen if there's somebody like approaching, if I should be like, hey guys, like whisper like, hey guys, someone's coming. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm
Okay,
trying
go
to
ahead
like
and perception.
keep my ears open.
I am
24?
so stupid.
Why?
You don't think you hear anyone in the halls?
Just to be fair, that disabled device check was actually a 21.
Oh.
Not enough.
Yeah, I still have the grappled condition on my hero lab.
So you were looking at what your score would look like if you were trying to disable a lock while grappled. Nice.
Hey,
I'm sure that's a situation that comes up a lot.
Actually, manacles might be one way to consider that.
If you're grappled and also trying to get manacles off at the same time, maybe. But
Yeah.
I guess.
'Cause, I mean, it's like you're not gonna be trying to pick the lock on a door.
No, generally.
He's holding me close. Must open the door.
I guess it's even then. It's like if manacles, I don't even think you could attempt the disable device. You could do escape artist unless you were trying to pick somebody else's that's like manacled next to you, maybe. I don't know. That's weird. All right, so yeah, I don't hear anything. Does Nataka go check out the other door? I guess. Telling you, man, this is why you need to just get on a laptop and go out and like play outside. You could just like Thorin in Guild Wars, who did that. Fight off raccoons and whatever else he was doing. And getting rained on and shit.
Oh, you know what? I actually put you in the wrong place. This is a big place. I have to move you. I have to
What?
retroactively, yeah,
The wrong staircase.
You lie, Valeria.
wrong staircase.
That ruins everything. Like, everything I just did, like, it's no good now.
Yep, game over. We gotta restart. All the way back from the beginning.
Oh man.
But we get to stay level 9, so... Could you
Go back to the beginning, run into freaking, what was the name? It's like you fight, oh no! For some reason, Saul has betrayed you. He's like, does he know who we are?
Saul's betrayed you. One of us just sort of bitch slaps him and he dies. Oh.
Don't worry, this other room is way better.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong cheat now. I'm like, geez, why is my initiative plus 12? Oh, because that's Nizzo's initiative. Okay, close the Nizzo sheet.
This
Plus
other
3,
room is
that's what
infinitely
I
better.
remember. Yeah, that's very... I'm very, encouraged by hearing that.
You should.
Well, let's
I feel like
see here.
I feel like it's gonna be one of those cases where it's the opposite of whatever you say. Like, oh, you say it's the best room ever? It's probably terrible then.
I mean, I've got 9 bombs left, so yeah.
It's fine, I mean...
Okay, so I have to move you,
I guess if somebody's character dies,
and I have
this
to
is like
fog
a
of
perfect
war
time
this.
to, the perfect time
It's
to have an
because the
excuse to play a
whatchamacallit, the
drow.
north and south thing is not the same as the other place that I moved you to, so it's kind of
Oh, like there's 2 different maps next to each other with different compasses, basically?
Yeah.
Fun.
this is the
Ooh.
Ooh, fancy.
now this is a very not a super specific description, but still important. It's a couple of lines. So what you're seeing in here is a hall that looks like it serves as some kind of gathering and display chamber for sizable family events. And along the walls, there are these strange things that look to be very much alive.
Um,
You see 6 of them, and they are chained to the walls, but they are these large creatures that are they're just this mad mess of deformed limbs and misplaced features and like shards of bone that stick out and just kind of like pull themselves along its own body amid this like cacophony of slapping tentacly flesh.
is
Do you want
there
to see a picture?
knowledge? Sure. I absolutely want to see a picture.
All right, I'm working, making a token for you as we speak.
Okay. Perfect. Is there a knowledge
I
check
didn't
I
think I'd
can
get
make
to
on
use
these
one of
things? Well, you didn't think we would come here? Or you just thought it was in the
not this
future? Not this week, yeah.
not this way.
Oh, not this way.
But yes, you can make me a knowledge engineering if you have.
I do have it. I don't have a rank in it.
Anybody
Hey,
can.
me too.
Normally I have a plus 11 on it.
Woo, I got a 16.
Oh, I guess normally I have a plus 10 on it, so... Wait, what? Is it not applying the negative level to that? I have no idea. It might be only at
Okay,
27.
what are my
I'm not sure if it's applying the
results?
negative
28,
level properly.
12, 16. Safa, Nataka, the only thing you know is that these things have to be aberrations. They're just so
weird and like unnatural looking, that there's nothing else you could possibly think these things are. Araxi, you don't know exactly what these are, even though you beat the DC for it. I can't give you that much information, but I will tell you one thing is you do identify it. I'll give
Okay.
you the basic knowledge rundown that these things can likely see in the dark. Their eyes like have that weird like filter to them. You think they're very much proficient with all of their tentacles, and that you think they can even rend with their tentacles because they have like these bone shards sticking out of them. You look at these creatures, and for some reason you think that like as nightmarish looking as they are, you somehow feel like these creatures are just overwhelmed with like this visible like sadness and dark emotions like corrupted in them, and you hate to think what they might be able to do to someone who they strike, and like the sounds these things are making, they're like moaning and groaning constantly, and this noise just sounds very unnatural. You're thinking that they might be able to heighten this noise into something like a weapon, and not
Okay.
like a physically hurting weapon, something that like might grate on your sanity.
So I'll kind of whisper like we probably don't want to
I'm almost done with the
disturb these
token. These things
things.
look beautiful.
We probably don't want to disturb these things more than they already are. And you said they're tied up to the wall, so theoretically at least
Yeah.
they can't get to us.
Oddly enough, they look like they've been placed here as like decoration.
Hmm.
But this
He's
isn't
working
too
too hard
big.
and I'm just to leave.
Oh, this is too big, but it didn't show you. That's so I'm about to move one of these things here so you can see it.
Hey, it's me!
Holy shit, there's another token of me.
Right? Worst decorations ever.
And so it looks like as long as we don't walk right up next to them, they can't reach us. Like they look
Yeah, they look like they
restrained.
are tightly bound. Like even some of their tentacles
Hmm.
are. But I mean, they notice your presence and they moan and make strange high-pitched trills, but nothing that would make you think, oh no, like they're gonna fight us. They almost look defeated.
Does anyone have C4? We can put them out of their misery and knock the building down all at once.
I don't think that's what we're here to do, unfortunately.
Oh, but explosions.
Aren't these things beautiful?
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
And you know, there's also
Um.
like a couple of like sculptures and pictures here too,
Oh,
but
okay.
not as
Yeah.
good as like where you guys just came from.
Yeah, they're just there to accent this display here. Um.
Yeah.
Well, and then they're probably considered prizes. I mean, we did just watch a play that was really loved, where they literally just tortured each other.
You check the double
Um,
doors here, Valeria, and you don't think you hear anything on the other side. You don't think they're trapped. What was that?
Valeria, is there a way for you to locate her address now that we're in here? Okay. Do we know if the balcony was on the second floor or third? Or ish, I
Second floor.
guess.
You guys went down to the first floor.
Is there a reason why we're on the first floor? Most people don't keep their living quarters on the first floor.
Well, because there was that door that we couldn't get, that was locked and we couldn't get open, and there were the stairs.
Well, a lock isn't going to stop me from opening a door, but okay. Then I check these doors. Are they locked?
You try the doors, and
Oh,
yes,
come
they are
on.
locked.
I'm gonna try and unlock it
Okay, go
after
ahead.
checking for traps, but did I find any traps?
You don't think you see any traps.
And the lock?
It takes you 3 rounds, but you don't succeed.
Oh, what the hell are they locking it with? Cement?
Seems to be a really good lock. Want to try again?
Perhaps they hired a renowned locksmith.
There's a couple more doors here. I don't think
Damn it,
I
Nizzo.
revealed them.
No, I wouldn't
I'm
have
gonna
been
try
Nizzo.
again. Oh, 23. That was even worse. I want to try one more time. This is the
There.
last one, then I give up. Damn it, really? Fuck you.
Its own is the Snurflebin or whatever. Lock is a
You
Snurflebin
try
locksmith.
for 8 more rounds, and yep, you don't get them on either of those. It's been a little over a minute so far.
Yeah, we just been
You
hanging out,
haven't been bothered.
glaring at the, like, looking uncomfortably over at the fucking moaning things over here.
Yeah,
I mentioned,
maybe
like,
they're unnerving you to talk.
if we manage to excite them, then it could get really bad. Even being chained to the walls, they're still dangerous. They're very physically daunting, but they also have some other abilities that are particularly scary, especially if they get loud, their vocalizations.
What do you guys do?
Okay.
I don't know. Do we check these other doors, maybe? I
Why
can
don't
still
we
get us out of
try
here.
again on the upstairs doors?
I'm so frustrated.
I
Fluster
highly
elf.
doubt down here is where we should be.
Backups.
Sure. mean, if that's where it wants to go. They say
But
Araxi's just kind
Valyria,
of following
it's a
what everyone else is
beautiful
saying.
art gallery
Yeah, I know.
with living decoration.
This is probably like Valyria's favorite place ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, it is art. If you don't agree with this being art, say so over your mic.
Well, that includes it.
No, yeah, he agrees. It's art.
So are you going back upstairs or are you trying these doors again?
I think that's probably best.
What will we be doing upstairs?
Trying the other door again. You tried this one a couple of times. Why
Okay.
not that one a couple of times?
Sure, why not? I'm not proud.
Okay. So everyone's
There's
going
a different joke in that comment entirely that I'm just going to leave alone.
You go back into this room. It's still empty for the time being.
Yay! Something significant!
33.
When you move us, can you
This one
ping
takes you a
shift
while
move
to
us
pick.
for my camera?
6 minutes.
Thanks.
There you go.
Helps a lot.
You actually get the lock. You open the door. Well, you unlock the doors. Do you open them?
I more just say, it's unlocked now.
Okay.
I'm going to step away from the door a little bit.
Better hope your friend's here, Valyria. Perhaps we could have knocked. Too late now. I opened the doors.
Okay.
It's a dragon! No, I don't know.
Inside is a torture orgy.
I don't
Inside
think
this little
dragons
room
would
is
be
the dragon
underground.
ready to breathe.
Uh,
Just not the normal kind of dragons.
Like a
dragons,
serpent dragon,
you can
I
find
guess.
dragons everywhere. Dragons are everywhere.
Yay?
But this room that you open up looks like a storage room where there's other pieces of art and valuables stored here.
Too fancy for me. Valyria, stuff you might like? Sleep in the closet?
What?
Just a gallery, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception.
I'll go assist. I
You guys'
lose sight of the
perception
room
sucks.
entirely.
Yeah. It's art.
Though, not gonna lie, I feel pretty good that we both rolled ones, but mine's better.
Yeah, at least it wasn't saves. Is that everybody who's looking?
I haven't rolled mine yet. It's not a very good roll. Is it still not? Man, it
Yeah,
is
we all
not.
know what happens when I roll bad on saves. Loki
it's not taking-
dies.
It's not taking into account the Let me see here. It's bothering me. My saves are accurate.
You could have
The
kept
ability check
Maloki.
rolls are accurate.
No, I feel like with 2 nat 1s, it was meant to be in that
Okay,
situation.
so you guys look, and can anybody give me a praise that has a praise? Since you guys are perception and looking around, I might as well ask for it.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
I have untrained appraise.
You don't have to be trained to appraise.
I know. It'd actually be 1 lower. If for some reason it's not taking my negative level into skill checks. I don't know
I got
why.
an 18 on my
I
appraisal.
swear it was last week, but
Okay.
now it's not again, so I don't know what changed.
Anybody else want to try?
I guess. Eh.
There you go.
Roll
So,
that
although
appraise
none of you
praise.
roll that 20, you guys kind of help each other out. And after some minutes of checking this, you come to the conclusion that just this little room has to be worth like tens of thousands of gold worth of like art and stuff. And the other one is worth at least like this main gallery, you could probably amass about 25,000 gold in just
Okay,
art.
guys, get in the room quickly. Stuff your bags. Shut the doors. Dim door out.
There are, however, 3 things that catch your eyes
Oh man.
as being kind of special.
Small special that we can carry, kind of special.
Sort of, yeah. One is you see this like string of like pearls that's on like the bust of a drow, and there's one big pearl in particular on it that looks rather lustrous. There's this uh like this drape or whatever. It's long and it's covered in like this beautiful like mosaic of like spider silk and a spider on it. And upon close examination, it doesn't actually look like it's not actually a drape. It looks like it's a cloak. And then there's this there's like this open what do you call them? The where people like collect stickers and stuff like that. Where they put them in like a binder or a folder or something like that.
Portfolio?
Except it's got like all these gruesome, yeah, it's like a portfolio of all these gruesome images of like body parts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's like iron bound together, like it's an important piece on its own.
Don't really care about that, but the pearl and the cloak seem interesting.
Are they magic? I'll cast detect
I don't
magic.
know.
You cast detect magic, and you do find magic on these 3 things.
Oh.
Okay, I'll attempt to spellcraft them. Keep in mind these rolls aren't seeming to take my negative level, so that's actually a 20.
Which one are you trying to identify? The cloak, the pearls, or the tome?
Do the cloak, pearl, and then tome, like in that order. Cloak, pearl,
Okay.
tome. So I probably, well, maybe I identify if it's like a low magic item for the pearl, but
Well, if the tome's cursed, hopefully you beat it. Or portfolio, what do you want?
You actually get the cloak. You don't get the pearls, but you do get the tome.
okay. So say I don't know what these pearls are, but I know these other 2 things are.
Araxi, you identify the magical properties of this cloak. This beautiful embroidered web pattern and spider cloak actually gives the ability of the wearer to climb walls as if they had spider climb like they were a spider. And this cloak also grants the wearer immunity to entrapment by web spells or webs of any sorts. In addition, you can
Okay.
move through webs at half your normal speed, and once per day, the wearer of the cloak can cast web.
So that's pretty useful. I'll share what that is. Does everyone be like, I mean, the
Out
thing
of character, I
is,
will let you know that it's a cloak of Arachnidah.
Okay.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either because my save's already bad enough as it is.
It also gives you a +2 luck bonus on fortitude saves versus poison from spiders.
Hmm.
Huh. That's pretty nice, but okay, what about the tome?
The tome is, you look at it, and you look at the grisly images, and it looks like this is actually a manual. It contains spells. The
Hmm.
book contains the spells Animate Dead, Bull Strength, Gias/Quest, and Limited Wish. And if you were to create a flesh golem, you can treat your caster level as 1 higher. So this is a flesh golem manual.
A flesh golem manual. Okay. Let me write down again. What spells did it have in it again? You said it. I could learn from it. Limited Wish, Gias, and what was the other one? Oh, there's a bunch of them actually. Okay. Okay, cool.
Put it
I'm
in,
gonna write that
paste it into
down.
the chat.
Yeah, that helps. I'm just gonna write it down then.
It's in Hero Lab, Pluto. It's called Golem Manual Flesh.
No. Yep, there it is. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm not really interested in the cloak, but I will probably hold on to the book for now.
Okay.
But it can't copy the spells it says on it. It can only be used creating a golem. So, it's probably not all that useful unless I really want to make a golem, which I don't have the... I think I would still need the feet. No, it actually gives me the feet as well while I'm using the thing. So yeah, I guess if I really wanted, I could make a flesh golem with this thing.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to, but I mean, I could, in theory. Yeah, and they'll say, I don't know what this pearl does. If somebody else wants to take a look at it, maybe they can figure it out. Otherwise, I'll have to think about it some.
We're trying to
So wait.
spellcraft the pearl. Unfortunately, those rolls are not high enough.
Let me see. Well, let's. I get a
Do you at
19 on that.
least
Let me
know
give it a
what
shot.
school it is?
Sure, give me a knowledge
I
arcana.
can roll a knowledge arcana to try to tell what school it is.
Well, not me. You guys who have detect magic.
Yeah.
So on the uh, pearl, you're trying to figure out the magical properties.
You have to
Yeah.
have detect magic in order to
Okay.
identify.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dumb. But okay.
No.
Why not?
You're detecting
Yeah,
magic.
it is, because now I have +2 to identify magic item properties for no reason.
Well, that's not dumb. It
That's
just means you
dumb.
didn't know.
Do you
That's
have the
all.
identify extract? Because that will allow you to do that.
The
Let me
extract,
see.
yeah.
I don't think so.
That's usually why alchemists have spellcraft or the identify extract so they can identify magic items. With that 31, you do know what kind of aura this is, and it's a strong aura.
Mhm.
This like string of pearls has a strong transmutation on it, and the
Okay.
magic is coming from one spell in particular, this big one on it. It's not like a fist-sized pearl, but it's noticeably bigger than the others.
Okay, so I mean, I'll mention it's some sort of transmutation effect, but I don't know and it's a very, very potent magic, but I don't know what it actually does. Transmutation is not my specialty school. I'd have to think on it some more.
Ooh,
Well, I mean, if you want to bring it along. Yeah.
ooh, I do actually.
You have the Identify extract?
Yeah. I thought it
Well, there
just
you
gave
go
a
then.
plus 10, but since it actually does that, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, it also lets you actually do the check, because otherwise you need Detect Magic.
Which alchemists don't get.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why it's like pretty common as a rogue talent too, for example, to take the minor
See.
magic and use detect magic, because he's like, yeah, then I can identify what I'm stealing or whatever.
Yep, popular around them rogues.
I just like prestidigitation too much.
It's a good spell too.
Gives me a plus 10. Wow. So essentially I get plus 29 to identify.
With identify
If you
spell,
have a
yeah.
plus 19 base.
We get an additional +2, I think, for that other thing he was talking about, right?
Yeah, it's part of being an elf. So 1d20 plus 29. Does 31 do it? Why? Why? I only rolled a 2.
It might. It was
I
kind
would
of
use
for
the
the Arcana
shit out of
check.
that.
Okay, so this pearl has a very useful activation for anybody who prepares spells. This is a pearl of power.
Which
It's a
level?
pearl of power 3rd.
Third. That's not bad. I hate those Pearl Power ones where it's like, meh.
Just the pearl itself is extremely valuable, but because it's on a necklace, like the other pearls are going to increase the whole thing's value by quite a bit.
Oh, it's kind of worthless to me.
It actually works on anyone who's a prepared spellcaster. So that actually, well,
Yeah, but he
So
doesn't
I
prepare
have to
spell.
drink my extracts.
no, I know it
I
doesn't work for
mix
you. It doesn't.
extracts, so.
Yeah, no, I know that. I was talking about Mantis's thing that you typed in, because I think does work for Drew. I think he's actually the only one it does work for, because I don't. I'm I don't cast spells by using up spell slots, I guess, that are like prepared spell slots. Like I prepare spells.
No, Mantis, it works for clerics, druids, rangers, paladins, and wizards, and it says that
Yeah,
explicitly.
it doesn't work for me actually. I can't. Arcanist can't actually use it. So you're the only one that can use this thing. Oh yeah, Magus can use it too.
Yeah, Magi too.
I wouldn't wear
Noted
it though
this
while we're
then.
still in here. If we're gonna take it at all.
Yeah, I mean technically, it's weird because technically I do prepare spells, but I don't think it works on Arcanists because you don't actually use up your prepared slots. If that makes sense, like you use up.
Nah. Let's
Like
leave
I
the
don't know.
stuff
It's
here.
Arcanists are weird.
You don't want to steal it?
I don't want any of this stuff unless you guys want it. You
I was
can
like,
take
I'm
it.
gonna. They're gonna find this stuff and they're gonna be like, ooh, take it, like on impulse.
I mean, Rexy
I
wants to
mean,
take the golem thing a
that's
little
not
bit
who
just because
Soph
it's a book,
is.
but yeah.
I'll take it.
Come on, you
Well,
guys
the
need to
thing-
embrace your inner murder hobo. You've already broken into a noble
Dude,
house.
you just need to give me like alcohol or like I don't know.
I have a
brass
bag of
knuckles or
endless
something.
holding. They won't find it on me.
Then you can take it, but I can't make use of these items.
We could at least sell them at some point, as long as they're
Well,
not
that's up
branded.
to you. I don't know.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't actually have like the
I'll be right back. I'm
sigil
gonna go to the bathroom.
of
Well,
the
we don't have to
house,
sell
we
them
don't
here.
we don't
We
try
could
to sell
always
it
hold
to
on
them.
to them for a while and sell them
No, that's the
somewhere
best
else.
idea. We
They'll
should
probably be
totally go sell it
exotic.
here.
We need to sell
Like,
it.
hey,
Like, we need to
hey,
get the
you want-
stuff dimmed or out, and then knock on the gate of this this specific
Yeah, this
structure and say,
place.
hey, you want to buy this?
You want to buy this cloak of spider arachnid cloak or whatever? Like, it's a really nice cloak. And they're like, wait a minute. This looks like our spider cloak. We're like, shit, how do we do this last time? We'll just leave it here, and then we'll ask for it. As we'll be like, hey, can we have that pearl necklace? It was really cool.
Mm.
Like, what pearl necklace?
So
And they'd
yeah,
be like,
Or like-
what?
Okay, we could do this. We'll pretend like we don't know she has. We'll be like, if you really want us to join, you need to give us a pearl necklace.
No, we'll take it. I'm telling you, we could just put it in my bag. They won't know we were here.
I mean, is that what Nataka's pitch is right now?
Alright, I'm back.
Well, I don't like the
Raxi's
drow.
like, or actually,
So whatever
well,
I
don't
can
like him
get,
much.
so I can help rebuild where I came from. You know, I'm cool with fucking them over.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it in terms of, taking stuff from the drow, but on the other hand,
So
getting caught with it
what was?
would put us in a bad position potentially.
Well, it's not like we're gonna be walking around wearing it. It's gonna be in my bag under my cloak.
Have you ever heard of Arcane Mark before?
Of course.
yes, and permanent, arcane, and myth. Oh well, I don't think we have mythics here, but I think mythic makes it like
That's a
glow
weak
like a
thing.
fucking beam or some shit.
Right, but not from a pocket dimension.
I don't know. I'm not really sure how that works, but it's you never know. It's a risk that you can take, but it's not a risk that I want to do, so I'm not carrying it, and I don't know you. It's plain and simple.
that's
You don't
what
even
it is.
like me anyway, so
You're right. Your pointy ears and
it's
you
because
smell.
I'm an elf, you bastard.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna stop you if you want to take this stuff, but I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna take anything. So I'm
So
very tempted to take the book, but
what all are they?
like a golem crafting book, basically. Like a manual. It's a manual to make a flesh golem. There's a spider, like arachnid cloak or whatever it's called. What did he write? Yeah, cloak of arachnida, and it does like it lets you spider climb. It gives you a resistance bonus against spider poison. It lets you walk through web, like you're immune to webs.
Cloak of Arachnida?
Yes, it's a pretty good cloak, except that it uses a cloak slot, I guess. I mean, I think there's ways you can get your resistance bonus on other things, like, you could get a robe or something that has a resistance bonus instead.
And
like,
then it was
Archmage
You
robe.
can make
Pearl of
something.
Power 3rd level.
Yeah. Pearl of Power 3rd level, yeah. Hey, you can get us a Hedron ring.
I don't have a cloak. So maybe I'll wear this after we leave the drow area.
Just not while we're wandering around. Like, hey, we came here looking
Nope.
to talk
I already
to
had an
you,
issue with that before, not doing it again.
Yeah.
See,
We
you're
learned
learning.
something. We learned something. We find Eskervala will be like, we were looking for you. We found this cloak and thought that it looked really good on Nataka, so we decided to let her wear it. Hope you don't mind.
Well, they're all in my in my bag of endless holding.
Okay.
So should be well hidden.
I mean, as long as it's within the bag of holding, it rests somewhere out in the ethereal plane.
Yep.
Alright, what do you guys do from this wonderful exploration?
Well, I mean, the only place else we can go from here is actually back downstairs. Unless there's a secret door in here somewhere.
Hmm.
I mean, I think Valeria was saying we should just camp out in their closet, in their art closet or whatever.
So, do I see any other ways, or does it seem like we just have to go through the stairs?
Is anybody else looking?
I mean, sure, I guess, while Nataka's, like, shoving shit into his bag of holding, or her bag of holding, or whatever. I will also look around.
So other than those three, were there anything that really stood out?
Not in particular. I mean, everything else in here is valuable, but it's nondescript, like statues, paintings, carvings, other like assorted jewelry and stuff. And I mean, there's easily like another 10,000 gold worth of valuables in here.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go out there and look around as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception.
Sad face.
Okay. Well, you guys searched for a while, and Safa, you do find with a little bit of help what looks to be a secret door. Not super carefully hid, but enough that, you know, you probably wouldn't find this if you're just browsing the gallery. You'd just be way too distracted by everything else.
Oh, then I point out to everybody that I think there might be something here. Maybe if we just
Yeah, I'll go.
pushed it, it would open.
Is it like a painting that's behind or something?
Just a very carefully concealed door.
Hmm.
Looks like it's part of the wall. It's kind of thin too.
Okay, do we want to go in there then? Or do we still just want to camp in the art closet?
Uh, I don't want to camp here. That's insane.
Okay. Well, I don't know, man. It's really hard to read the tone when people are not using their voice.
Okie dokie.
Yep. I guess. I
You guys
guess
gonna try it?
I think so.
This door doesn't really seem to give any resistance. It's not really a door. It's more like a panel that slides open. It doesn't seem to be locked in any way. And you see what is clearly the other end of this, inside a small room. It's actually not that small, it's 15 feet long. But yeah.
Uh, I'll try to listen through the other side.
Okay, give me a perception.
Yep.
You don't think you hear anything on the other side?
Okay, but I'll still come back out and kind of quietly say I don't hear anything on the other side of that door either.
Hmm.
What about this like room itself? It's really small, but is there anything else? Is it just like completely empty?
It's mostly empty. It's just a little
Most
15-foot
empty.
room,
Okay.
except for like maybe some
Mostly empty,
cobweb.
though. Okay.
Do you
That's
want me
fair.
to push
Doesn't seem
open
like it's
the
used
cellar
very often.
door? I mean, do we even know there's an exit here?
I mean, we didn't come in through conventional means, so we don't know if there's an exit.
Right.
I would imagine there would be, but you never know.
I mean, there's places
So you're gonna try this door?
where you. There's a place in Karamaga you can only go to by teleporting. I think you guys heard about it when you guys were there. Like somebody told you about it.
Yeah, do we see that? Do I see that?
See what?
A door here.
Yeah, you do.
There's another door there.
Okay.
It's only hidden on the other side of it, probably. Like it's once you're in here, they're like, okay. I mean, like, well, there's no point in hiding it in here.
Yeah.
This is the secret room.
Do you guys want me to open it?
I mean, I guess so. Valeria said sure.
Okay.
I'd be careful about it.
I should open it
Okay.
as uncarefully as I possibly can, however that's possible. Let's do it.
So you open it.
Yes.
You guys listen and you don't hear
Rocks
anything on the other
fall,
side
we
of
all
it.
die.
And you don't see any traps.
That almost happened. I don't think
Rocks
I'll
fall
have
in the
a choice.
house.
Yep, we all die.
How silly.
Oh, Brent, did you get my email?
Starfinder thing? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is it a hall?
Looks like it.
Okay, I'll peer down both
Yep.
ways without like stepping out completely. Make sure there's no patrols or I don't know.
Okay. You don't see anybody right now.
I'll let everybody know that it's clear. It's a hallway.
Hmm.
Okay, Valeria. What do you guys do?
I don't know.
Follow Valeria. guess. Unless you told us to stay behind, I don't know.
Let me check something real quick. Damn. Yeah, I'll follow.
Alright, where do you guys go? Which way do you explore?
Wherever Valeria decides to go.
These doors look like here? Like, do they just look like they look fancy?
They're iron doors, and they look
They
like
all look the same.
they look like they
Is there
have like
anything?
spidery runes on them.
Yeah, none of them look like one might be more likely to be like a master bedroom or something like that, or
You're not sure.
okay.
They look as nice as like these doors here.
Yeah. So they look just as nice as the double doors for the closet. Not much to go off of then.
Check the door below you.
While she's doing that, I'll be trying to listen and see if you hear anybody coming down the halls or something towards us.
Okay. Hmm.
You listen to the door and you check it, and you don't think you hear anything or detect anything on it. Nothing that alerts you. You try to open it. You find that it's locked.
I try to open it.
This bottom one she was at?
Yep.
Okay. Valeria, you don't detect anything on the door or anything behind it. Not with that perception. Um, Nataka, let me see.
Or at least I try to unlock it.
It takes you 7 rounds to do it, in which case everyone else is kind of doing their own thing in these 7 rounds.
Yeah, it's like almost a minute. I'm just sitting there
I'll just
Yeah,
keep
so
watching.
I'll
glancing
wait for
around.
the others to do a couple of things, and I'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, no, I'd just be
42
sitting there
seconds.
and anxiously looking around with that perception roll I rolled earlier, like for looking, like listening for people coming down the hall.
Yeah,
Because
you
I'm
don't
just
hear anything.
practically expecting us to just jumped by some random
And Valeria, you don't detect
guards or
anything on
something.
this door, or you don't hear anything on the other side. Trying that one? Same thing. You don't detect anything on the door, and you don't hear anything on the other side. gonna walk out here. Alright, let me reveal some stuff to you. There you go. You look down the hallway, and you see some more doors. More doors. You're in more doors. And you also see something down to your left. It's like a small lounge with very, very nice looking furniture. Uh, it looks like a little private lounge. It's around this time that Nataka finishes unlocking this door, and you know that you unlock it.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick perception to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Like reacting to you unlocking it.
A 30. You're pretty sure that you don't hear anything on the other side.
Okay, and then I'm gonna double check to make sure there's no traps.
Okay.
Ooh,
You're pretty sure there's no traps.
okay, I'll pop it open. Be quiet and slow as best I can. Let's see. Damn. What doth I see, sir?
You actually see surprisingly little. This looks like it could be a bed chamber. In fact, it has like a bed and like a drawer, but you see surprisingly little other effects. Like it's a not used one.
Well, I'm gonna take a good look around, see if I can find anything.
Other than the furniture, which has some significant value, you don't really see anything in particular or special.
Damn. Anyone else doing anything?
um, no, I'm still just apprehensively listening for people coming this way.
Does it look familiar to you? No. Pretty sure you've never seen this.
I'm gonna look at the next one. Perception. Looking for traps, trying to see if I can hear anything on the other side, etc.
Of this door?
Yep.
Nataka, you listen really carefully, and you think that you hear the very soft sound of footsteps inside.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna head over to Valeria and say, as quietly as I can, the second door, there's someone inside it. In the far one, there's expensive furniture and stuff, but there's really nothing in there. Have you checked this one? Hmm.
I mean, unless that's where we're supposed to go.
Right, that was kind of my thought.
Probably not, though.
Okay. Still keeping watch.
Yep.
Well, what do you want to do? This mission was your choice. You're in charge here. What are we doing? Lead us, O mighty mute one.
Which door? The
The
two
one
double doors
right.
in front of you?
No, this one right
Or the
here.
one on the right?
The double door?
Oh, this door?
No, this one right here. It's the one Valeria wants
The
to
one
check.
I'm next to? Okay, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
Come on, work with me here, roll 20. There we go. I'm gonna take a listen. Ha!
You're not hearing anything beyond that. So you don't think there's anything behind that door? Can't hear anything.
Then I will try and pick or I'm gonna check and see if it's trapped.
Okay.
As soon as roll 20 cooperates with me. 32?
That's a good roll. And you know what? That's a good thing because you think it is trapped. There is a very, very small, one of these runes actually looks like a glyph.
I think
Very hard to see.
this I think there's a magical trap on this one.
Well, can you do anything about it? Can you disable magical traps?
Pretty sure
Out
disable
of character,
device won't
no.
help me with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say out of character
Um,
you can't.
I could.
Do you have the like special
I have the
ability to do that
dispelling
Yeah,
normally?
bomb.
Ooh, that. I mean, dispelling bomb might.
It would
It's
make
probably,
a lot of noise.
Yeah, theoretically that could disable it though. You're not wrong. But yeah, because I know that's like a special thing that rogues
well,
and like a few archetypes can do
it'll.
is let you actually disable magical traps. Otherwise, normally you can't.
No, I don't. You're the caster here. Shouldn't you be able to do something about this? I have nothing I can do.
No, I can't. I think the only solution we have, I mean, beyond just teleporting past it.
Well, that could also be a trigger for the trap as well. We don't know that.
Yes.
Well, maybe you could attempt your dispel magic, Valeria. I don't know. I don't know enough about these kind of things. I just know basic locks and traps.
Yep, it's up to you to decide what you do.
Yeah. I mean, Raxi's just thinking probably we just. I don't think we can really do anything with this door unless right now. Like, there's a lot of other places to go to.
I mean, would disable device even work on it? Or disable... you know what I mean.
Did it get rid of the magical trap?
No.
Yeah.
Not unless you're a
You
rogue,
have to
No,
have
basically.
a
No.
dispel. The dispel magic.
Sort of
Yeah, dispel
depending.
magic probably could.
Dispel magic
Not
would.
completely, depending on the type of trap and whether or not it also has mechanical components, and it could be a high level trap.
Yeah, if it's just a glyph. If it's a glyph, theoretically dispel could, but of course it's a caster level check, so it's not a success guaranteed thing.
Right.
Is this a
So
glyph?
yeah, like if it's a high level trap.
So they could dispel
Yeah,
it, and
it
I
was a
can check
glyph.
and see
Oh,
if
okay.
it's. He can do that, and then I can double check and see if there's any mechanical aspects, because I can disable that.
No, if it's just a glyph, then
So-
it's just a glyph. That's a
Right.
spell.
Yeah, that's if you're a rogue you can disable it, but like if you're for most people just having disable is not enough for something like that. Like I said, I think I know archaeologist bard can do it as well. They get the same like rogue trap ability. I don't remember what they call that ability.
Was
but-
she, Valeria? Was she the head of this house or the building we're in? I
No.
guess.
No, she's
Okay.
just a. She's not even like first in line.
So
or
she
anything.
probably
she's
won't
like,
have
yeah, she's
double
17th.
doors. Yeah.
She's 17th in line.
Ooh, do these doors have like numbers? No.
No.
I mean, one thing we could potentially try doing is we could just try.
Sleeping in
a
one of the
ruse.
rooms and then
Well,
locate that
no.
dress later.
I was gonna say we could do that, I suppose. We could just try a ruse where we just have something like I don't know, perhaps a bottle of wine or something. Pretend to be a servant.
I
Run
don't
into
know.
someone and it's
There is-
risky because especially if we end up being nowhere near where we're supposed to be. But if it's somewhere close by, then perhaps
There is that room
there
that
might be a
looks
way
like
to
nobody
finagle that.
stayed in it, and I mean, if that's the case, then I doubt they're gonna open that door. So maybe we should go in there and then think about what we're doing here. Because we're having a conversation in the middle of a hallway.
Yeah, no, we're like whispering in the hallway.
So if it's gonna start tugging people back to the room that seemed kind of empty-ish. This room back here?
It was one of the ones that Taka opened, yeah. What else was in that room exactly? This was like
I don't know.
was this like
I'm
an
gonna
empty bedroom
inspect
basically?
it.
It's essentially an empty bedroom from what I saw. It looks like it
Okay.
hasn't been used, but yeah, I feel
Well,
like I
it's
shouldn't
better
be
than
the
the
only one to
hallway,
look
I
around.
guess.
It's probably better than the art closet too. Although maybe not. Maybe it's more likely to be checked in the art closet.
Did we close those secret doors? If not, I'll go back over and slide those doors shut.
Okay. So you guys are gonna stay in here.
Well, at
I don't
least
know.
talk in here
I think
with the
we're
door shut.
I think we're
Okay.
gonna at least talk in here with the door shut. So like, I mean, we're still probably gonna
Okay,
be
noted.
talking
Doors
really
are shut.
quietly, and or possibly even still whispering. But we just want to be somewhere we're a little bit less likely to be eavesdropped on, or like draw attention to ourselves. So yeah, I don't know what's the plan then. I could also recall my spellbook from the ethereal plane, and I could actually prepare an invisibility spell.
I have an
Be-
invisibility extract.
Yeah, so that could work as well. We could have somebody scout with invisibility.
Too bad you can't go through walls.
Mine would have to be me, but
Yeah. What was that special thing I was talking about? Yeah, for archaeologist bard, it's clever explorer. It actually specifically says you can. It's not until 6th level, I guess, but at 6th level you can disable magical traps or disarm magical traps, whereas normally you can't.
Yep.
Rogues get it, I think, maybe right from the beginning.
Yeah, level 1 rogues can technically disarm magical traps if they can somehow see them or find them.
Right, I mean, yeah, low level rogue and a high level trap's not gonna be able to. He's toast, but.
Yeah, the rogue will blow itself up. So what do you talk about while you're in here? Hope it's something crafty and cunning.
No, it's probably not. We're obviously not the most cunning because we're here. It's like that kind
No,
of
you're
implies that
ballsy.
we're ballsy. We're not cunning.
Ballsy. And I have rewarded your ballsiness.
Oh yeah.
you have.
I can't wait to tell like Drew and stuff about how you guys are doing this.
Alright.
Yeah. That makes me curious. I mean, obviously don't tell me anything about it now, but I mean, it makes me curious about like when we finish, like figuring out learning what they did. It's weird because I feel like we're there. Like that's it's kind of funny because like I feel like we're kind of doing what we're supposed to be doing, but so it's kind of funny to me that you're saying that we're actually not. Like we're actually going. We went off the rails or whatever. I'm like, what? I thought we were supposed to come to this house, but I guess we're probably just not supposed to do it in this way.
You guys haven't followed like what the book has, like as far as like as soon as you guys got into Zernikainen, you guys like have not followed the book at all.
We're probably supposed to go talk to Gadok, I'm pretty sure.
But I'm winging this, and I'm liking where it's going.
Yeah.
I'm
sure
using all the
Gadok's-
resources available to me, so the idea is that you're not be able to tell what's scripted and what's not, but
Right.
yeah.
I'm sure Gadok is probably bad news anyway. So
You
we don't
could
have
talk
to
to
go
whoever
through
is next
this.
door to you.
Yeah, we could. We could just go knock and talk to him, I guess. You can knock and tell them to turn down their annoying dubstep. Or whatever.
Um. Do you,
We could orchestrate some excuse to go talk to them, too. Something like, I don't know. If it was an inn, it'd be something like locking your room's key in the room.
That's up to you, Mantis. You do
See
have a
that?
really high diplomacy and bluff.
That sounds,
But remember, the more unbelievable it is, you do take penalties.
yeah.
And like, why would you be knocking on that door? Why wouldn't you just be guided in?
Oh, no, she was talking about saying that to the first person we meet if we just keep walking around the hallways.
Right, but why wouldn't we have gone to the front door?
Right, and like, why would they have directed us somewhere or had us in a waiting room or something?
Right.
well, I don't know.
I mean, just tell them the truth, basically. Yeah, she told us to come here, so we just teleported here.
Let's just knock on a door. Wait, is it? Do we know what time it is? Like in terms of like drow, would they be sleeping now or not?
Give me survival
Good
to
question.
know what the time is.
Yeah.
You definitely know what time is.
No.
You
Matt
do know
says
what
don't
time
work
it
on
is.
skill checks.
Was it
Well,
Joe?
thankfully
Yeah,
at
but it
21
is.
high enough to.
But I think you do get the +5 bonus, right?
Oh. If jumping and time have anything to do with each other, perhaps.
Yeah.
You've just been keeping track, and as it's a wisdom-based roll, then you're keeping enough common sense
yeah.
to know. Let's see, you guys started out on this part a little while ago. It's like probably close to evening, like 4 or 5 p.m.
Okay.
Because you guys
Right.
traveled for a while through those tunnels.
So I wouldn't think people would be in their beds at this point, at least.
Not quite.
So we could knock on doors, at least, and not feel that bad about disturbing them.
Why would we feel bad about disturbing drow?
Waking them up, because that's one pissed off
Fuck them.
drow that you have to deal with.
The other option is you just run into someone, convince them that you are a guest and that you're looking for somewhere else. Some sort of specific room. Say, I'm looking for the library or whatnot. It may not get us directly to our goal, but it might get us an easier time around the like other parts of the building.
I feel like we just want to try and find where she is. Because, I mean, what I understood was
Right,
that
but I
she
don't
was kind of
see
challenging us to go find her.
I don't see an easy way to do that though. So I'm just
I
saying
have
I can't
plenty of easy
come up
ways
with a
to
way to
do
do that
that.
directly.
Let's sleep in this room and then locate her dress tomorrow.
Well, she wasn't wearing her dress, was she?
Well, we know what room
I guess we don't
her
know.
dress would be in, unless it's in the laundry, but then there's that.
You could also just try scrying on her,
Well, we did, I guess. I
like
guess
Manta said.
Valyria already saw her. So I guess Valyria would know if she was actually wearing that dress. I don't
You
think
could
she would
scry on
have.
her and then try and locate whatever she's wearing because you've seen it.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess he doesn't have that prepared again for today, so.
Hmm.
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen if somebody opens the door and they're like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be in here"? We'll be like, "But we were invited to stay."
No.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we just tell them that we just tell them that we totally are.
Yeah,
Or
and
they
they'll
probably
bring
aren't
us
even
to
aware.
her, hopefully, and be like, "What about these people?" And we'll be like, "Say, it's us."
Well,
Well,
I
I
don't know if
definitely
they
go to
would,
lock
but
the door.
Okay, you gotta lock the door. You do. And you know what's weird? Like, when you go to, like, close the door, like, you find that it's already locked.
Oh,
Like, the moment you close it, it's just... You know that it's locked.
I'm gonna try and open it. Like, can I unlock it from this side, or would I have to actually do a check?
Do you try to open
like,
it?
does it?
I'm gonna investigate it first. I'm curious about this.
You look at it, and you see, like, the lock on this door looks very, very basic. For a really nice iron door, the lock doesn't look anything special.
Can can someone cast detect magic on this door?
Sure. I'll cast detect magic on the door.
Okay, you detect magic.
Yep.
The door automatically locked itself.
I don't think it did.
It did though. I had it unlocked. I didn't get a chance to lock it. It just locked when I closed it.
Did it lock right when you closed it, or did it lock after we came in here?
Well, I don't recall anyone else even shutting the door.
I mean, Safa closed the door after we were all in here, but
Yeah, well, I came to lock it and it was already locked.
and perhaps somebody came by and locked the door again.
Well, you also detected magic on the door.
Did I detect magic, or was it not magic?
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay,
told
yeah.
he said you did, yeah.
I'll do a knowledge arcana to figure out what type of magic it was.
You're detecting abjuration on it.
Okay. Can I like touch the door, basically do a spellcraft and try to figure out what exactly it is?
Sure.
So. Like, is it
This
actually
is a rather
self-
simple... This is a rather simple spell, but always a useful one. That this is an arcane lock spell.
Okay, so it was magically locked then, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was figuring somebody just came by and locked the door. Just to fuck with us.
That'd be weird.
That'd be great. Okay, well then that's probably nothing to be concerned about then.
So the lock on it looks basic, maybe like your average like DC 20 lock that Nizzo would know, but the arcane lock is making it much harder to open.
So out of
Right, and then
curiosity, can you unlock it from the inside?
You should
Like
be able
about a
to.
key.
Or is it that you need a key for both sides?
Like I'm wondering if
Like
it's
I'm
like a
wondering
car door.
yeah, I'm wondering if like like a
It looks like
bedroom
it's
door
not
where
meant
on
to
the outside
lock,
there's a
or
lock, but the inside there is. Yeah.
it looks like it's meant to lock from the inside, but even if you try to open it, it doesn't open. You can,
Okay,
however,
so
disable it.
you would have to pick the lock
Interesting.
again then,
Fun.
since we
Well,
don't have a key for it.
would maybe we should investigate this room before we decide to stay in here.
What, more thoroughly than we already have? Like turn up everything?
Well, I mean, I was the only one that actually did anything in here.
No, I think somebody else rolled a perception as well.
I did.
Like Soppa did when we got in here.
Might have.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. The thing
Yeah,
is,
that
we gotta keep
17
in
was soft.
mind. Araxi's saying in like a quiet voice still is like, there's also someone you heard someone in the door next door, right? So we don't want to probably make too much noise shuffling around in here.
I say we knock on that door.
That's the most ridiculous idea I've heard since the
I-
idea of teleporting into the door behind the wall behind the balcony.
And yet, for some reason, we actually did that.
Yes, I'm aware.
But, Araxi, what if it's the right door?
But what if it's the left door?
I mean, wouldn't that be something, huh?
Speak those words of wisdom. But
I mean, we've gotten this
Think
far,
about it, bro.
and we
Think
still
about
have
it.
some time. And I like the resting idea, though, so I'm not like getting rid of that. But if we heard a person in the next room, oh,
I mean, they
somebody
might have heard us.
disguise and do the waiter idea? Maybe, I don't know. Waiters at doors. I don't know if that's
Do they-
a thing.
I think the drow practice slavery, so I mean, you could pretend to be a
Oh.
drow slave, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah.
Not so likely to be a slave. Maybe an attendant, because I don't feel the drow really subjugate themselves so much.
What
as
if we
they-
set up a
what they do
trap,
lesser
bang on the
races.
door, and then ambush whoever comes in, and then ask them questions?
Hmm?
Who was that?
That was just Max.
Oh.
That was Max. He was probably checking to see if caffeine was on or something.
Oh.
And then maybe caffeine was like, "No, dude, I'm on Discord or whatever."
Oh.
I mean, yeah, like I didn't even want to teleport into here, and we still did it. So if that's what we want to do, like, we can.
Okay. Well, I'll keep the first watch then.
Aw. Poor Sop.
I wish I had that
Sounds
like
like-
ring that Kepri had or Nana had, because then I'd just be like, "Who's on the other side?"
Was it let you
Really
look
useful,
through walls
right?
or something?
It's like a ring of X-ray vision, basically.
Oh,
Well, not X-ray, but you can see through walls for X amount of rounds, or
yeah,
something,
yeah. It's basically X-ray vision in terms of like Superman's power or whatever.
Oh, they defeated me in so many situations. They're like, "We know what we're stepping into. We know what we're stepping into," and it's like, okay. I got used to it after a while. Yeah, Mantis seen one in the game. Yeah,
Yeah, Ring of X-ray vision. It's really cool.
yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Okay, well, I'm cool just sleeping here
Super
then.
good.
How are we doing the, are we doing the, where I'm going to make the fortitude save, like, when I wake up, or are we doing it like I do it random, whatever the time was in the middle of the next day?
We gotta do it around the time that you got hit by the level.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a little bit
Also-
later in the day.
Is it going to be one of those things where I'm going to know beforehand so I can cast, like, for example, something to buff my save or something.
I'll give you an intelligence or a knowledge to see if like you can remember when
Okay.
ago it was.
Okay. I don't even know
Shouldn't be
what
too
if I...
difficult because it was a pretty terrible experience, and you'd probably remember that.
Yeah, I mean, Araxi's, if it's an intelligence-based thing, Araxi's pretty good at those, so... Do I even have a spell that would be useful in that sort of thing? Like, do I have,
Alright, well, you guys rest. I'll do the first watch.
Sure. I don't even think I have any spells that are really useful in this situation, though. Like, I don't have Bear's Endurance. Do I have, like, anything else with Bear's Endurance? Like a potion or anything? Or... I have Pure Paralysis. That's pretty good.
Alright, so you guys are resting.
Yeah,
That's
I
what it
think
sounds
so.
like you're...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just, like, looking at
Then
spells and stuff that
I
I have.
am going to roll some percentages. And you're resting for how many hours? Yeah, so you're doing a
Yeah, 8 hours
10-hour
of
rest
rest.
so that...
Yeah, it'd be like 10 hours with some watches or something. At
Okay.
least. Maybe.
Well, I mean, mm,
Plus, if you even if you do get fatigued, we can always restoration it away. Okay.
I mean,
So,
I
yeah.
only need a few hours of meditation. No, it's 8 hours of rest. Um, Interrupts, but I mean, if you're not really doing anything, why wouldn't it be a rest? Elves literally don't sleep.
I think they changed that, actually.
Pathfinder elves do.
Yeah, Pathfinder elves actually do sleep. So the fact
They
that they
don't
have the
trance
sleep
out
resist
anymore.
or the sleep immunity or whatever is really strange, but yeah,
Yeah.
they still don't work. It doesn't have. It's kind of weird. Like that's still a thing that they get, but now it just doesn't make as much sense as it used to. But yeah, that's like I said, this thing that's changed in the Pathfinder setting. Yeah, I think we all have to do a watch. That's fine. I should probably roll my perception while resting.
Huh.
Yep. Just be fatigued. I guess I mean we could always lesser restoration that as well if it comes down to it, but mean, especially, I think, does it remove the fatigue on top of removing ability damage? Like, if we're going to be casting Lesser Restoration on her anyway.
I think it does both.
Yeah, I think it does
I
both too.
I don't
So,
need 8 hours of rest. It takes 1 minute of work to make an extract. That's it. It doesn't require a specific amount of rest.
aren't you limited to a certain amount of extracts per day, though?
Yeah, I have a certain amount of day.
Right, so those recharge after 8 hours of
Okay,
rest.
I'm reading through it and it doesn't say anything about it though. That's just my point.
I don't know then. Maybe it's an alchemist specific thing, I guess, then I don't know. But as far as I understand it, like anybody that's any sort of spellcaster has to rest 8 hours to get their spell slots back.
Alchemists have to rest as well.
As written, alchemists are not spellcasters.
That's right. I'm looking it up right now.
A barbarian who rages has to rest to get his rage powers back. He's not a spellcaster.
Right, but we're not
Everybody
talking
has to
about
rest.
rage powers. We're talking about not needing to
Well,
sleep for the full 8
We're
hours.
talking about daily abilities that recharge.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. I think you might be right. Like in terms of it just recharge, like as long as it's another day. But maybe
My
it's
main
fine.
thing here is
Well,
you're also
Ishin
saying
always
you don't want to be
rested
stuck there for
because
10 whole
he-
hours. So
No, that's fine. I just...
So I'm looking at this line right here. This is about to be like a wall of text. And what I'm reading is that an alchemist mixes certain like chemicals and reagents and stuff, and they remain potent for a day. So whether he uses them or not on extracts, they're going to lose their potency after 24 hours. So the alchemist has to conserve. Like you have a negligible like amount of materials and stuff, so you don't have to worry too much about restocking. But
Right.
basically, they wait 24 hours to do any other extracts because they're just going to lose potency after those 24 hours. So
Right.
when you guys rest, that's usually when the alchemist decides to, okay, I'm going to use these reagents and materials so that they last the whole day. So you won't be able to mix your potions like any sooner, but you technically don't have to rest to be able to mix them.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you can prepare them
So-
any sooner.
Right. I'm just saying that means that we won't have to do the full 10 hours because I don't need to have the full 8 hours of rest.
Right, but you'll be fatigued.
Mm-hmm. Just like I'm gonna be fatigued.
Yeah, like that's still something you have to worry about. Then is you don't have to worry about it for the spellcasting.
If you don't get your full
element.
8 hours of rest, you're fatigued. And that's a -2 penalty to strength, dex, and you cannot run or charge until you get that rest.
Or until you get lesser restoration to remove it. But
Yeah.
Lesser restoration?
yeah,
Yeah,
that'll
it
remove
removes fatigue.
Well, I already have that.
You just be using a level 2 slot to do it, but
Right. I don't
I mean,
like that they removed the meditation thing. I always thought that was a really, really neat component of the elves.
well, I mean, elves in Pathfinder like pretty different. Like they're basically they come from a different planet.
They got rid of that, but the race is a
have,
little bit stronger mechanically.
And they also have like their eyes are weird too. They basically have
Yeah,
like
they're technically aliens.
solid one color eyes basically.
But it's like to make up for them not needing to sleep, they gave them things like natural spell penetration and some other stuff because their racial traits are basically meant to counter drow.
That's why drow typically aren't also like +1 CR or something. They're actually weaker in Pathfinder than 3.5. But yeah,
Yep.
elves had to lose something. So they just took away their trend. Because like this elf society, they're not linked to like the Great Tree, how they were in 3.5. So yeah, there's no reason for them to trend.
Yeah, they're just aliens.
You're like millions of miles away from any like ancestral elven nexus. Light years away.
Anyway, yeah, I sleep. So I'm gonna figure out what spells I want
Okay,
to
so
select.
everybody
So,
sleeps, right?
are you gonna stay up, Nataka, for watches or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess we have
So she's gonna stay up, and Safa's gonna
10
stay up.
hours
So
day.
the other
Not
two
at the
get
same time.
No, we're gonna
right, not at the same time.
alternate.
Right, so I'm gonna partial sleep for 4 hours, I guess, and he'll probably do the same 4 hours.
Yeah, so that the other two get the whatchamacallit, the full 8 hours. Okay, you do that. And the resting for shorter helps. I'll take off one of these random rolls I did. And after 8 hours, you guys feel rested. And it doesn't seem like you've been bothered. It's
That's
still
good.
eerily quiet.
It worked. Okay, guys. Prepare what you gotta prepare.
Let's see here. Okay, what do I have in my gear? Do I have like diamond dust where I can actually just
Do
get a
I
restoration spell?
heal damage at all for those 4 hours, or no?
You theoretically could use sending. Yeah, you would heal one. Oh, for 4 hours? Maybe not.
Okay. I'm not sure if that one requires 8 or...
Thinking of shit. How would it work for my bombs? Would it affect my bombs at all? Or is it
No, because that's
the
all
same as the extracts?
alchemical supplies. You in the
Yeah.
morning, or when you wake up, you mix all of your stuff that's ready for the day. So you've got enough reagents for your bombs, your extracts. You just know that after
Okay.
24 hours, they're gonna become inert. So you use them or lose them.
I think your fan like
Yep.
is a little bit on your mic right now, because it's puffing a
Oh
lot.
yeah, it creeped forward.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, it's bombs have to be used in the round they're created. So I'm wondering
You
if
have a limited
my
number of-
16 a day
That
goes
sounds like a
up,
good idea,
back up to the
Valeria.
16.
Play her game. And while she steps into the door, we'll sing Kumbaya as if we're happily waiting.
Secret, to answer your
That'd be pretty
question, you
funny.
do need to rest those 8 hours to get the HP per level and the ability damage.
Okay, that's fine. I was expecting as much. So.
Well, if we're restorationing as well, that'll take care of the fatigue and help with the strength damage. I don't know if we're devoting slots to that or not, but let's see. Regular restoration. I think I still would need components for that. Yeah, I'd still need 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust. Just even to get rid of a negative level.
Okay.
Which I
Okay,
don't
so
have.
it's-
So, yep, we might be down 1,000 gold instead, because I don't think we're going to be able to get to.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, okay. So okay, for the bombs, the bombs are usable by the alchemist for years. It's just once the catalyst is put into the vial, then it has to be used.
Yeah, I mean, you
So,
have the full number of bombs per day. It's been a day, so you have enough.
okay, let me just make sure I have all the extracts I want.
Well, I think Valyria would probably cast a lesser restoration for Safa, and yeah, maybe a restoration for me, I guess. Man, I'll have to pay you back, I guess. Safa would just need it for her strength damage and her fatigue condition.
Yeah.
She still has like 4 strength damage for lesser restoration, mind you, not regular restoration. So she wouldn't
Yeah.
need a material component for that or anything. It would just be normal, like just use
Right.
the level 2 spell slot or whatever it is.
And having my strength down is
Yeah, I know. Second day in a row, I've had restoration.
hard for my kit, but it's not
Well, I
the
mean,
worst.
at least this one, I can't blame Valyria for, I guess. At least the last one, at least, like it was,
Oh, nice.
I could be like, this
Perfect.
was your fault, because we went to the what's it called?
Oh, wow,
Because of the
Valeria.
play. It was the wisdom damage from the play, or drain from the play. This one was just my own fault. So yeah, I'll even pay you back for it.
I feel all
Like I'll
chipper.
offer you, I'll offer you 100 gold for the material component for casting the spell. Self feels as good as new.
Yay.
Nataka's probably still fatigued
Yeah, I'm
unless
still
Nataka's
down,
gonna,
like,
unless you're gonna do the restoration as
fuck,
well.
hold on a second.
Because no, you can restoration yourself, I think, right? Lesser restoration yourself.
Yeah, of course you can.
So yeah. So let's see. For the day, I have to cast my normal Thins Defeat. Um, and probably also Dark Vision. Don't want to cast Non-Detection at this point. It would have had worn off in the night anyway. I don't think I'm going to cast it yet, but I might still cast it at some point today. I definitely have it prepared. And obviously, I'm going to do Secluded Grimoire after I'm done preparing my spells. Because having your spellbook safely hidden in the ethereal plane is pretty useful. Yeah, we totally could just use sending though, like Larry was talking about, and be like, hey, like meet me in the art gallery or something like that.
No, not even that. Like, make it a game. Like, we're here. Now come find us. Two can play at your game. Tee hee hee.
I mean, maybe depending on how you do that, it might work.
Well, especially if we were in like a bedroom, and that's probably like the least expected place, I guess.
What if like we're too good at hiding and she can't find us?
Well,
It,
then
like backfires on
eventually
us.
we'll locate her somehow.
That's
Like, we'll give
why I
her
feel
a
like it'd be
chance,
so much easier.
maybe.
The easiest way would totally just be to be like, meet us in the art gallery with a sending spell. Of course, that
Drew
could
would be
backfire
so
too.
incredulous if I told them that you guys were playing hide and seek inside of House of Anar.
I think we should do it.
I mean, the other thing too is I guess we could be like, hey, we're hiding in your art gallery in House of an Ark. Come visit us there, and then she just fucking sends a bunch of guards to arrest us or whatever. Like, shit, damn it.
I'm
Well,
going
maybe.
to.
Oh well.
I'm gonna see if I can still hear someone on the other side from that one room.
Okay, are
So
you
you
doing
gotta
it through the wall right
you gotta
here?
pick the lock,
How
or
you
are
doing?
you trying to hear? Yeah, how you trying
I'm
to
gonna
do
try and hear through the wall first.
it? Okay.
Okay, you try, but you don't hear anything.
Okay, then I will try and pick the lock again.
Alright, go ahead, Mantis. What do you want to send to her?
damn.
What lock are you picking? The one to get us out?
The one to get
Yeah.
us out.
Takes you 4 rounds
Uh,
when you pick the lock. Pretty well.
Okay, I'm gonna prop the door open just to be safe.
So are you doing it stealthily?
I'm gonna try.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not gonna succeed, but I'm gonna try.
Alright, well you prop it open stealthily, as you can. Just waiting on Mantis's sending here. Yep, don't worry.
So then I'm gonna go and listen at that door now.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception.
Well, I'm gonna percept outside the door first to see if
Okay.
there's anyone in the hallway or anything. Ugh.
You don't think you see or hear anybody.
Okay, then I will slowly step out and take a look around and see.
You can go and perception the door now if you'd like. You listen, but you don't think you hear anybody or anything.
Alright, gonna check for traps or anything. The high rolls
Check for traps where?
on the door.
Well, it's a good perception. You keep rolling when you need them, because you do think there's a trap on it.
Is it another glyph it looks like, or
The
does it look
spring
like
loaded.
something? Does it look like something I could disable, or is it something that would require magic?
Maybe it's the answer yes.
If it requires magic, it's not something I could disable. So it couldn't be the answer yes, unless we're suddenly in Wonderland for some reason.
No, technically you could disable it with a dispel bomb. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks like it's some kind of glyph.
God damn it. Hold on. I'm gonna percept the door for the room we stayed in. Do I see anything like that glyph on this door?
No.
Why is this one not trapped, but the others are? I was kind of wondering if maybe it was the glyph that actually was what provided the auto locking for a second there.
Perhaps this one was trapped.
Silent alarm?
Or they didn't need to trap it.
True.
Well, yeah, to be fair for Valyria there, I mean, we used a secret door to leave it, but there were a lot of other doors downstairs that probably are the actual entrances to that gallery.
Well, it did say near something secret.
Dude, this place is
I
full of
guess
secret
maybe-
doors. Like, I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe Valyria's and Escarvala's secret interests, or whatever, are cobwebs.
See, but like, I don't know. Was there really something of interest in that room?
Art. There's a lot of art in there.
Huh.
Why can't you just say, I'm staying in a spare bedroom, come find me? Tee-hee. I don't know. Maybe there's only one, maybe there's a few.
I'm waiting for you, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
She might like that too, though, so careful.
Well, that's the point. Seduction
So is
roll,
that the
baby.
message, the sending message that you'd like to send? Okay.
Okay, I guess I ask, what are we doing now then? Are we just gonna wait and see if she finds us? Oh, that's true. She can respond back with the sending spell. I don't get sending until next level if I want it. I do have planar inquiry though. I could totally cast that, I guess. By the way, Mantis, you took the 100 gold I gave you for the material components for the restoration. Okay. Just make sure you don't forget. I don't want that gold just disappear into the ether. Like the material components do. I guess I should put that as a new entry. Oops. So yeah, I guess we wait around for a little bit unless she's not going to respond.
I have sent Valeria the message,
Oh,
so
okay.
she might look like she received something. Her nose like blinks, and she's received a message.
Her nose blinks? Like light? Like
No,
Like
Rudolph?
like
Rudolph.
Oh
like
man.
that kind of blinking.
Yeah, like
Telegram
it's
received.
receiving it. Yeah, like a telegram received. Yeah, like a cell phone notification light.
That's next level magic. Oh, I mean, we'll tell her about the pearl necklace and the spider cape and the lovely tome.
Well, that has to be something that she would know about too, though. That's in a in a closet that's tucked away in a corner
But
of the
what else have
building.
you guys seen?
But
The things
perhaps
in the
describing
hallway.
those strange creatures that were downstairs would be enough.
That's about it. Other than this bedroom.
I
Oh,
mean, we
and
haven't been
the
anywhere
symbol on
else.
those double doors in the main hall. Maybe if we mention that. Is there a way you guys can identify
Isn't
it somehow?
isn't that symbol just their crest, or like the family house crest, or something like that, or
But
whatever?
it's a magical trap too, right?
Oh, you mean the glyph?
Yeah.
Hmm, the glyph's really small. I don't think that would suffice. But like I said, I think mentioning those strange creatures that they have chained up in the gallery.
Maybe I'm about
That
describing
might.
things a little more than you guys are just like, oh, simple words. But I would full on describe this double doors with this glyph that has this spell on it, that blah, 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 and what other double doors are going to be exactly like that? I don't know, but.
Well, I mean, that's the
Stuff
thing.
has
Is it
like
has
this
to be
attention
something.
to detail.
But I don't think I don't know that she has that attention to detail because it has to be something that she would recognize. Like if you just go
Well,
into a
this
full-on
seems
fucking
like.
description, you'd be like, you know what I mean? Like I could like to fucking describe like the tree in my front yard or something like that, super detailed, and there's a good chance even if I'm describing it to my fucking brother, he'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Or he'd be like, "That's a tree. What the hell?
Yeah, like you might
Why are
not
you
realize
telling
it's
me
that
about a
tree,
tree?"
even if I am super detailed about it because it's like, so it has to be specific that you can. It has to be something that you can describe with few details, just because they might not latch on to the same, like all those details. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. At least that's how I would figure it.
You do what you
I
want.
would agree.
But yeah, Mantis, if you have another sending spell, you're more than like happy to contact her. Yes, unfortunately, it only lets you send it once and then receive a message back, so you have to cast it a second time.
Space pants.
Do you have that capability? You did just prepare your spells, so I mean, like, I'll let you prepare another sending if you need to, as long as you have the spell slot for it.
See, well, and then I don't know. I wouldn't say this is where I am, but I mean, describe something that's in there. I mean, yeah, I don't think giving away our position is the good idea to do it.
I'll allow you to prepare the spell twice as if you hadn't prepared the other spell in it, just because you're doing it at the start of the day. And I like that you're gathering information and trying to do this a special way, without like munchkining your way through this.
Yeah, because you know our backup plan is just to start going around murdering everything in this
I know
building.
your backup plan is to make new characters.
No. Araxi's backup plan
That's-
is to dim door out, and if anybody's near her, I guess they can come.
That actually is the backup plan. Is if things go really bad, I'm just gonna dim door out.
And then Safa will probably acrobatics her way out if I really got.
Don't worry, Mantis. You only
Probably
need
die,
Breath
though.
of Life is only useful if somebody dies.
Right, but only for a round.
Being in here, it's not a bad thing to have, though.
Only for
Just
a
be confident that
round.
you won't die. Just make a promise to your teammates, I won't die ever.
Yeah, it didn't work so well with Maloki.
It's because he
Well,
never promised
I
us
was-
that he wouldn't die.
Yeah, you didn't promise it. Did you guys see Team America World Police? That's the joke I was referencing. That scene is great. It's a really short, cheesy
No.
joke, but it's awesome. Where the new guy puppet is like having an affair or relation with like the main like girl puppet, and she's like, "No, I can't do this. Like, I already lost him. Like, you'd have to promise me to never die." And like his eyes just go wide, and he says, "I promise I will never die." And she's like, "Okay." And then they bone.
I'm surprised
It is.
Brent hasn't seen the most American movie ever made.
No, I haven't seen that movie. I really should, because I probably would enjoy it, but
It'd be a good movie to watch and drink, especially with Max.
yeah. Okay, so we wait around while Valeria's casting sending again.
Yeah, she's casting
Yeah.
sending again.
I know it has a long cast time, like minutes or something, right?
Mhm.
Like 10 minutes or something like that. Yeah. It's okay. I'm still looking and figuring out what spells. Like, I think I want to prepare invisibility, but what do I want to not prepare?
Always a good spell.
To not do it. I guess. That one probably. I can always. I mean, I can always pull my spell book back and swap spells around, but yeah. So I have invisibility now. Of course, that's the thing too. If I pull my spellbook back to swap spell slots around, then I'm probably gonna want to cast Secluded Grimoire again as well. So it's basically like using Arcane Reservoir points and also um, using a level 1 spell slot effectively. Does my let's see here. Okay, yeah. 7 reservoir points to work with. I could get more. By eating a spell slot, basically.
Oh man, I totally
I will take
forgot.
the spell slot and eat it.
Did that worm ever crit me? I must know.
No, it didn't. If it did,
Oh.
you'd probably be dead.
No, I have this.
Next, you might not be dead.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty useful. I have that ability on my bard that if somebody rolls a crit against me, I can make and they confirm it. I can force them to re-roll the confirmation roll.
That's
You know,
always
once
nice.
a day.
I'm just like
Yeah.
glancing at all my shit. I'm like compared
It
to my
also
other
lets me,
characters.
if I roll a
there's
nat
not much
1
to
on a
sauce
save,
up.
I can re-roll it as well. I can re-roll that save.
There's an
Only on nat
incredible
I got tons of resistance.
there's an incredible campaign trait in Giant Slayer that it lets you once per day negate a critical hit from a giant.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
When I was playing Giant Slayer, I put that on my dwarf fighter, and for dwarves it's even better. You get to do it 2 times per day.
Go against a Cyclops or something, especially they get that ability that gives them a nat 20 once a day or
Nat
whatever.
20, yeah.
Yeah, there's like, I crit you. You're like, no, I negate it.
Great monster with summon monster, by the way.
Oh, can you summon a Cyclops?
Yes.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Get like summon monster 7 or something, summon 1d4 plus 1 Cyclops, and just all have them crit something, and you'll blow it up.
That sounds
10 minutes.
that sounds especially brutal. I approve. Blah, blah, blah.
Holy cow.
It is hilarious for damage. But yeah, whenever you're ready to give me that sending, Mantis. I know you're probably writing it.
I'm gambling that she's in the room right next to us.
You guys are like both on your phone, like talking to each other, but you're right next to each
Yeah.
See, I could use detect thoughts, but I don't know if there's in there or not. That's kind of
You're cutting out.
sorry. I have detect thoughts prepared. So I was thinking if there was someone in there, I would use that to see if I could gain any information.
I think it's
Hey, you might be able to.
detect or
But I can't confirm. No, it's a cone. I can double check that, but like I wouldn't want to use it on them if I don't know they're there.
Like they might have left the room, so you just use it and waste the spell.
Right.
Well, I mean, this walls might be a little too thick for this spell to penetrate. 1 foot of stone or 1 inch of metal blocks it.
is this a spell for alchemists?
Well, it's an extract.
Yeah.
Then
It's
it
my
goes off the
extract.
spell. Okay, well there's the line that says all you need to know.
Okay, there you go then. Yeah. So you actually would have to see him then.
Does not let you determine the location of the thinking minds if you can't see the creatures whose thoughts you are detecting. Doesn't
Oh,
mean
so
I can't
maybe
detect their thoughts. It just means I can't find out exactly where
you
they
can't
are.
pinpoint them. So
Right, which wouldn't have
I
been
guess.
what I wanted anyway.
Now, if you were Nizzo, you would just use your superior sense motive ability to read people's minds, like he's never actually successfully done. Oh, that's kind of funny too. Detect thoughts if their intelligence is 26 or higher, or at least 10 points higher than your own, you get stunned.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I have a 20 intelligence, so
Yeah, it doesn't matter what your intelligence is if they get to 26 though.
right. But that whole 10 points higher.
Oh yeah, they can't do that's
These
yeah. You don't have to worry
walls
about
might
that.
be like
So
thick stone, though. So
so they would have to be intelligence of 30 in order to stun me.
Now, if you had some derpy alchemist running around with 12 intelligence casting this spell, then Araxi would stun them with her mind.
No, your intelligence still has to be 26. It just also has to be at least 10 points higher than your own
Oh,
intelligence.
okay, I gotcha. Never mind then, I'm misunderstanding it. I thought it was an or, not an and. So, actually, once you get above 16, you're fine.
Unless they're over. Like,
Yeah,
if they have a 30 intelligence, it would still stun
something
me,
like
even
that,
though I
yeah.
have something obscenely high as 20.
Yeah.
Um, so these walls are more than a foot of stone thick.
Uh, I don't think so. Maybe, though.
Well, he was saying I probably wouldn't be able to use it through
I
there
guess,
because it's more than a
actually,
foot of
some of
stone.
these are. Like, these ones look like they're over a foot, so, I mean, I don't know. I guess we can't really tell from here if this is, like, over a foot, but this
Right,
one
but
looks
where
like
the
it
hell
is,
is
too.
Venom Kiss?
So, yeah, probably
then
then.
you look at this one and it doesn't seem like it is.
Oh, a bar. Okay, get out now and then meet her at the bar. I think that's code for dim door now. Take the loot with us.
Yeah, yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with dim dooring
Yeah,
this out
sounds
of here,
good.
then.
Yeah.
So
Do
I
you
think we
have the
got
loot
we somehow
now?
got what we came for. Oh yeah,
Bada
yeah.
bing.
No, Taka took it already, I think.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got him in my bag.
Venom Kiss was where you went before, right? That was that same bar.
Knowledge local. Have I heard that name anywhere about the town?
If not, I'll have to ask about it. I can probably figure it out.
Yeah, that was where you
Uh,
met her.
Okay, that was the
Where
bar.
you guys talked. Well,
She
that's where
got
Valyria talked
drunk.
to her. You guys didn't
That's
go inside.
all. Yeah, we left. We were like, fuck this
right,
shit.
I just hung out on the outside of it. Okay, let me recalc this shit. I just realized I hadn't removed my negative level that got restored away. Okay, yeah, I'll just dim Doris, um, like back. Pretty much, I'll dim Doris back behind that cliff where we dim doored in here, and just hope that there's like not another worm sitting there or something.
Mantis, do you have knowledge dungeoneering?
The perfect ones.
No. Then,
I
I
mean,
mean, you can, without any knowledge, you can only guess that like she's talking about what you describe.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have
but
no idea what she's talking about.
if Valyria relays the name the perfect ones, does that make sense to me? Like, or would I just be like, I have no idea what they're called. I just kind of could determine, like, I could just tell
No, that
stuff
doesn't
about
make any
them.
sense to you.
Okay. Like, I have no
Unless it's an
idea.
ironic name.
Yeah, because they don't seem perfect to me, but I mean, Drow have strange sensibilities, so.
They're monsters, plain and simple.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get everyone, like, okay, everyone gather around. Let's hold everyone's hands. Hold hands, everyone.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't stick any of your limbs outside the force cage or whatever. It's not really a force cage, but
Yeah.
and I'll dim door us back to that area where we fought the purple worm, and hope that there's not another one just
Okay.
sitting there. Like so, I'm
You
If
guys
there
hunting
dim
is
door
out.
one
out
to
then.
kill it,
I mean, we could just kill it again if it's like kill another one. Like, oh
That
god
was an
damn it.
interesting foray
Steven gets
into
more.
into a pallet.
Yeah, I think it could have gone a lot worse than it did. So I'm glad it didn't.
What's your? It could have gone worse. You guys could have tried to open those doors with the traps on.
No, 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 no.
Yeah,
You guys
I
could
figured
have
it was like
not
an
seen the
alarm.
traps and then tried to open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, guys, being paranoid is
I got
good.
some lucky goddamn rolls there.
Although then again, if we'd been as paranoid as I wanted to be, we wouldn't have even gone in there. But
Ugh, I gotta push and shove Araxi now.
To get her to do that.
Yes.
Araxi probably would have been a little more willing to do it if she didn't have that negative
She's like,
level.
I've seen too many people die, and I'm just like, I'm so paranoid about everything now. Nothing is safe.
So what's your next course of action? Are you guys gonna follow up on this?
I believe so, but we got to walk back to like the main city, right? So
You guys do have to get back. However,
Well, we have that.
I will
key.
be lenient
Okay.
if you guys do want to travel back. I'll end the session with you guys at the bar.
Oh. So like we managed to get back because we've already I guess maybe we remember how to navigate through it now. Like we just take the same path.
You do it well enough. You just
Yeah.
get a lucky series of non-random encounters.
Fair enough. Let's see here.
And also I want to
Indoors.
end on giving you guys some information.
Okay.
Yeah. I would do. Let's see. I'll have to. It'd be.
Also, I
Okay.
need a Raxi for you to roll that fortitude save, because that time of the day
No,
is
'cause
coming
I
up again.
I got restoration cast at the end of the day, and I gave like.
Oh.
Or
Remove the
Valeria
negative
had
level.
to. Yeah, she was able to prepare restoration
Okay.
again because it was a new day, and then I gave her 100 gold to pay for the material
Okay,
components.
noted, Mantis.
Because she bought the. Yeah, she bought some diamond dust, I think, a few sessions ago, and I kind of had forgotten about that. But I was like, okay, so I'm gonna. I paid her money for that diamond dust because I felt bad. I felt bad for
Okay.
having used up more diamond dust. Yeah.
Well, it
So you should
came
be
in
able-
handy.
Yeah, if you want to use that 100 gold to like refresh your diamond dust or whatnot.
So you guys
do
go
that.
back to Venom Kiss. Who goes in?
All of us.
Do we all go in, or is it just Valeria?
She's gonna need to get used to the entourage. We all go.
Agreed.
Okay. You all go, and at the door they ask you for the password.
Doesn't Valeria know it? I don't even remember.
You give it what you heard last time, and they tell you that past password, and they close the door on you. However, you see her show up.
Oh, okay.
And she walks towards you and simply gives you a passing greeting and beckons you to follow her. She goes to the door and gives them the new password, and they let her in, and she waves you to follow her, and they let you four in.
Okay.
Okay.
You move upstairs and you get a private room. She sits down with you, and rather than going right for the drinks, she addresses you all. I think you have the skills that I need. I didn't think I'd find someone with this kind of stealthiness and penchant for getting into places they shouldn't. What is it that you want?
Um. So let's see. How do we want to answer this? I mean, I guess I'll wait for like Valeria's the one that's gonna have to answer mostly because Valeria's like the perceived leader. But so I guess I'll wait and see what Valeria says, and if she doesn't say, then I'll speak up. I have something I would be able to say, but. Okay, well, Valeria doesn't say anything. Alright, Valeria typing again, okay.
He's typing, yeah.
Yeah, it stopped, so I wasn't sure
Well,
for a
it
second.
happens sometimes when you're like pausing.
The other characters that can speak are like ready to speak, but like there's those little chat bubbles above Valeria's head, so like, oh, not yet.
Yeah.
Give her a
No,
chance to
Safa
talk
doesn't
to her
even know what's being said
lover.
right now. Because we slept, so I don't have the.
Well, to Safa, there's like windings and shit.
I'm just trying to like look in her direction without making eye contact, like I'm listening, you know. But
Yeah, I don't
know.
remember if we like I don't think anybody like
Not
share
today.
language. I don't know if so Valeria casted that today.
Yeah, not today. Not yet, because we slept in that room.
Yep.
Are you getting double clicks too a lot today, Mantis? I noticed.
Escarvala answers you that those secrets would surely be locked away within Tower Salakis. That and other arcane mysteries are hidden behind those veiled walls. Which houses, or which house in particular? This is very valuable information, and will be your payment so long as you uh, fulfill my deed.
Okay.
I cock an eyebrow, very suspicious like.
She says it shouldn't be any problem for someone of your talent. She says I wouldn't mind having. Well, she looks around, and she moves in to whisper close to just Valeria.
Just like read all of the stuff that Mantis types.
I sent it to him. I'm sure he'll tell you. I probably didn't need to send it to him.
Well, there's gonna be a time. It won't be able to tell us yet, though. So I mean, if there's more stuff that happens, we're not gonna be able to. Like our characters won't know about it yet.
I guess I'll just tell you. But she tells Valir in a very hushed voice. Her request is that you get rid of some of her competition for matronhood.
Hmm. Sounds like fun.
I have my own ideas about that, but I'll talk about it later. Well, she probably doesn't need to
Welcome
take them
to the
all
Drow
out.
games.
She probably has some other plans that'll
Hey, elves
pump her
live
up
for
as
a long
well.
time.
That's true too. Elves live for a long time. Normally, I mean, normally they live for a long time. We're gonna try to do something apparently to like prevent that from being the case, but um. Oh,
Maybe that's what she's asking.
no, they
They
definitely
definitely are.
are. Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, no, I
Some
have,
good old-fashioned drow politics.
yeah, no, yeah,
This is
I,
turning me on, guys. I am drow sexual.
You lie, cheat,
I'm never letting
steal,
that
and
go.
kill your way to the top, but subtly, so that you look professional.
Well, yeah, you don't. The trick is not getting caught. If there's no one alive to point the finger
She
at you,
tells
you got away
Valyria,
with it.
I realize this, and our chance meeting was most unexpected. I'll give you some of your information if you can be specific about what you want for a small task to get rid of someone annoying for me. Someone that won't even be missed.
It's gonna be the guy that gave us the ride, isn't it?
you need to get rid of this guy named Gaddock. God damn, he's so annoying. He just goes around and gives rides to random people that from
He
like the
seems so
frontier,
happy. Fuck him.
and he always wants to help people for no reason. That's like the worst thing a drow can do.
She asks you first for what is it that you want specifically. What knowledge about the house or houses? She says, what about Azranet?
Raxi's like looking towards Valyria, seeing if Valyria is looking like she needs help. Because Araxi knows exactly what she wants to find out about House Hazarnay. Okay, so Araxi will, I guess, say we need to know about the everything we can about what they've been doing on the surface in the ruins of Chelwinvian.
She looks at you for a moment and says, and then smiles. You may be in luck then. Our two houses were on fairly good terms with each other until recently. Until Azernay's matron became another. I'm sure that our mages in the tower have some records of what of our dealings with each other. And she says, if you do this minor task for me first, then I'll get you something to go on and see about finding out the full details once I'm satisfied with your work.
Okay, well, I'll kind of like lean back and try to let Valeria take a charge again. If it looks like she's willing to do that. Like, oh, the location as well of their main
The location.
what?
She says that
Location of
that
the
will
main
come.
host. Like it
She
looks
says
like
that
the
she'll
main
try
body of
and
the army.
she'll get you the information about why they left and their circumstances for leaving, as part of the first arrangement, and location and goal upon fulfilling her other request.
I mean, I feel like this is like one of those moments where you're going to be like, ask sense motive, but we know she's dirty, rotten scoundrel, so I don't know, what is there to sense?
It's like, oh, big surprise.
Well, it's interesting to me because I'm wondering how Valeria's going to react to this. Araxi's totally on board with this, but I'm wondering if Valeria's going to be like, no, that's killing people. Like, like assassinating people that are higher than you in the succession kills people. And people die
So
when they're
she says
killed.
that
that kind of cleric.
I thought this was amusing enough on your guys' part, so I'll roll with it. She tells you that she suspected one of the lowly servants, of trying to like get a leg up and work their way through the ranks, particularly through like their own little business ventures and dealings with new people into the city. And she describes to you what Godok sounds like, and she wants you to kill him.
Oh, okay.
Because he's annoying.
Annoying, that's it? That's the only reason?
Hey, she can. Just because she's noble doesn't mean she can't be petty.
So he's higher
In
up
fact,
in
it
line
generally
than
means they
she
are
is?
more petty.
No, this one
No.
was for.
This one he just
She's
wants her
giving you
because
a
it's
small
annoying.
amount of information for a small bounty.
I
After
think
you
that's just
complete this,
as a
she's
test,
going to give
basically.
you the name, yeah, of someone
Oh,
else that's higher up in line than her
gotcha,
to
okay.
assassinate. She just wants, like, she just wants basically, I'm giving you this little information, like, first, so you did this little favor for me. I hate this guy, and no one will care if he dies.
Okay.
And I'll get you the information on Azerne's exodus from Zernikaina. She says, is that a deal?
Take it. I have
Is it a deal,
ideas.
Valeria?
I have ideas, Valeria. I think you do too. Because when we first met that guy, somebody sensed motive and they couldn't quite put their finger on it, and I have a feeling, and we might be able to use that to our advantage.
She says, too small? Fine, then kill as many servants as you want, but as long as Gadek is among them. I hate seeing his smile. He's always scheming and up to something.
I guess we also could just go talk to Gaddock and be like, hey, see what, play both sides, I guess, but,
Well, I think
like, hey,
Gaddock's a shape changer or shapeshifter, so what we could do is just ask him to change his outside appearance. Though he has a reputation with that other appearance.
wait, where are you getting this from? Is that just
Like
a
I
hunch?
said, well, I
Wishful
had a,
thinking.
okay, again,
This is a hunch.
maybe we can talk about it, maybe not, I don't know.
She says, "What are you talking about?"
Oh my god, Valeria, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you? What?
She says, "Why are you suddenly speaking in riddles?"
Yeah, I mean, speaking of riddles was
Yeah,
cool
that's
early on.
really confusing.
She says, "It is much too early. I haven't had anything to drink. I'm not in the mood for this."
Oh, I've been brewing my poison. Do you think it's anywhere near ready yet?
Here in the bar?
No, I mean over the last few days.
What kind of poison
Pretty
have you
much the
been
entire
making?
time we've been here. Oil of Taggart.
I mean, probably. Probably
Sweet.
it'll take like a couple of days.
I remember you did that the alchemy check, craft check or whatever a few sessions ago. I remember that.
Yeah. How many doses would that come up with, do you think?
One, unless you have some ability that lets you make two,
Okay.
or unless you bought enough materials to make more than one and you succeeded on the check.
Oh, definitely succeeded on that check.
So Pluto, yeah, there was a moment, I can't remember who sensed motive. It might have been me, perhaps that's why I'm recalling it, but he, like, made a comment. I can't even remember how it exactly played out, but it was kind of clear to me that he knew that we weren't necessarily drow.
Oh, I got that. I could tell that much.
But for some reason, I recall there also being information dropped that he also might not be a drow.
Oh God.
Yeah.
She
is
looks at
he-
you strangely, trying to like sense your motive, and it doesn't look like she's sure. And she says, "We will talk after this, but I don't see any reason to leave my home, and I would be wary of joining a mercenary company of," she says silently, "assassins. You certainly hide your intentions and career well." And she looks at the others, except for that one. She looks at Sal.
Rude.
He's still staring like
I kind of.
off to this distance, but like at her, but
And-
not directly at her. Still don't
But
even know
totally
what she's
can't
saying.
understand a word.
No idea.
Yeah.
But it's almost
But it
like
makes your
you're
poker
just
face
keeping
really
guard.
good. Yeah, like your poker face is really
Perhaps my
fucking good.
eyes
Like she's throwing
meet
insults
her
at you.
when she turns to me.
Your obliviousness makes the perfect poker face.
Yeah, like she's like, wow, I'm trying to get underneath this freaking drow's skin and she's not even reacting. Damn, that one's cold-blooded.
Too many
And you're
mushrooms.
like, damn right I am. I'm more cold-blooded than you
I'm tripping
realize.
balls right now. You have no idea.
She has a bunch of like mushrooms stuffed underneath that like face mask.
Yeah.
Safa's eating the soul-stealing mushroom.
Oh shit. No, I'm not.
She's like, "I have no soul."
Soul stealing
I mean, it's-
mushrooms.
That's why the negative levels have no actual effect until you get enough to die. You know,
Yeah.
then they actually will still kill you.
That is true.
But yeah, you can totally just be like, whatever. I have like 5 negative levels. Don't care. Until somebody innervates you for 4 more, and then
For
you
a bunch.
die. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're trying to get information.
She tells you that if he's not inside the Vannark grounds, which he spends a decent amount of his time, he's likely out in the city, uh, looking for anyone that can do him favors or give him information. He doesn't frequent many. He doesn't frequent many bars. Oddly enough, they probably know him too well. He's not one for disguises. But you can find him around the marketplace. It's easy for him to blend in around there as he peddles little trivial trinkets and foods. She does say that whether he I don't know whether he doesn't find women attractive, but things like seduction don't seem to work on him. He may he may look he may act it, but he is difficult to read. But I've seen it in his eyes once or twice. He is a schemer. A humble one. So she says, if not in House Vannark, then check the city and maybe the marketplace is going to be your best place for finding it. And if you do find him, watch him closely, but be careful. He's very suspicious and perceptive. She says to me he seems like a coward. I doubt like once you corner him, I doubt he'll be of much like trouble. His whining may hurt you more than anything he could do to hurt you. She says sometimes we must be wary of the lowborn and the ones that have been cast low, like little sharp rocks and pebbles that nick our feet as we trample them. You know how it is. Always so unsatisfied with their
Biting
lot in
tongue.
life.
Does Natak actually understand this conversation, actually, though? Is it an Elven or is it an Undercommon?
She's talking in Elven, in
Okay,
the
so
like the
Nataka,
Drow dialect
Nataka
of
would
Elven.
understand it then. Right, but Nataka would still understand it then.
Right, yeah. If it was in Undercommon, to be fair, I do have where to go? Comprehend languages too.
No, well,
Did
yeah,
you
but it has
cast
only
it
like
though?
it has
No,
a
no,
90
no.
minute
If
duration.
right, if she had started the conversation in Undercommon, I probably would have taken it.
Drank it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
That's like one thing
in
too.
front
Like
of her though.
maybe, I mean,
I'm an oddball and I do odd things. I don't think it would be too obscene for me to.
the thing
form
is,
my own
alchemists have an easier time in that sense than arcanists because you just drink the potion. Like you can't spellcraft that. I don't think.
Yeah.
So like it's a lot easier for them to hide what they're doing.
Yeah, it is. But unless you have anything else to say, she says that she should be going, that her going out to drink this early is unusual.
Well, I curious. You want him dead, or
As a doornail.
do you want him to suffer, or just dead?
She laughs. I wouldn't ask you to remove the pleasure from your work.
Wait, you can talk back in Undercommon?
No, it's
No,
an Elven.
we were talking in Elven.
Oh, in Elven now. Oh, okay.
Like
I still don't
even if I had
understand.
used
Right.
Yeah, even if I had used comprehend languages, I could still respond in Elven.
Well, yeah, I was
And
just
Yeah.
then
trying
if it's
to keep
questioned, I can
track.
always stick with my earlier story of I hate speaking in Undercommon.
She tells you fine, Valeria, that you tell her when it's done. It'll be easy for her to find out. Godek always takes his meals on time within House Benark. He's never late for one of those.
But now, one last thing. How do you want it to be discovered, or does it matter?
She says that I don't care whether they discover it or not, as long as you don't do something foolish like linking our conversation to it. Dump his body in a ditch or in the river. I don't care. I'll know when he's dead.
How?
I'm actually surprised.
That's what I'd like to know, but I can't express that, obviously, because I don't know what's being said. But as a player, I would like to know how.
How what?
How would she know he's dead?
Because
Oh,
he
she
will show
says
up to his
that
meal and he's
he
regularly there.
yeah, he's always
Um,
on time for his meals at House Vannark.
Oh,
If she
okay.
looks for him and she doesn't find him, then she'll assume
Perfect.
that he's dead.
Yeah, that's
I'm I'm
perfect.
I'm I'm surprised she isn't requesting like try and pin it to this person or something like that.
No, we're keeping it simple for the first task. Yep. No, I have some ideas, but Araxi will wait until we
Well, I
leave
mean, if
to
you're
discuss
savvy
it.
about this and getting into the mind of an assassin and hired killer, then you could always save the evidence, and then when she gives you the kill, do it like that. Patience. Patience is important.
So yeah, she leaves then.
Yeah, she leaves then, without
Okay.
saying a word.
Um. All right then.
Maybe she does, like, look back at Valyria and smile and give a little, like, flirty wave.
This is the first time we've seen her token.
Her what?
Her token. I don't remember there being a token before.
Maybe it's the first time you've seen it.
So cheesy.
Man, so I think there's a lot of opportunity opened up with this sort of thing, though. Um,
She looks at you and she gives you a cheeky grin and says, "Do these tasks for me, and I'll give you more than enough to remember me by."
You can become a drider. Yay!
Yay! Flesh
You had no
warping.
trouble finding me, and the sense I do have tells me that you have your ways.
Is she saying she doesn't have much sense?
And she says, a gardener is careful not to let a gardener is careful not to let their garden or their roses prick them. Or something to that effect. Maybe not like roses because they live underground, but she likens it to some other like thing.
A gardener's
Maybe like
careful
a.
that he doesn't
I guess
inhale
she
the
talks about like
noxious
a. She
fumes
talks about
from
a
a fallen
crystal
plant.
tender or something because there's crystals that grow
Yeah, she does.
underground.
She does know about roses, sort of, but that's only because Valyria told her about them.
Yeah. No,
Oddly
she
enough.
likens it to a crystal or whatever. Like a person that tends crystals doesn't let them,
Yeah.
prick her. But you get the analogy that she's being somewhat careful with you for.
Yeah, she's
She's not
realized
gonna
that
give
we're
you that
actually.
much.
She probably realized that, hey, wait a minute, these guys are a little more dangerous than I thought, because when we were like, oh yeah, we totally just went into your fucking castle or whatever. We were just
Yeah.
hanging out there for a night. No problem.
All right, but I think that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
Yeah.
You guys have a quest, should you choose to complete it or not.
Right. I mean, we still could totally go to Gadog and be like, hey, this chick wants to kill you. Just thought you should know.
Oh, there's plenty of
By the
things we can
way.
do. And not
Yeah, there's
kill
a lot of
him.
different things. The other thing,
Yeah.
um, the other thing I was thinking that would be interesting too, though, is especially down the line, if we're like killing fucking random like drow nobles anyway, we could totally just be like, this body is mine now. I am now this drow noble, and
You
that could open up a
could.
lot of
I
opportunities
was
as
actually
well.
just thinking about that.
Yeah. I think
You
we're.
can become the chudsy grin that is Gadok.
Yeah, I could become Gadok. Be like, sup, Gadok. I gotta kill you so I can become you. I know Valyria would not like that. That's why I was like, like wondering how Valyria was gonna take the whole like, go be an assassin, and be like, but that. I figured Valyria would be like, that kills people. Assassinating people kills. Yeah,
Yeah, I am
yeah.
interested to see like what Valyria does in this case.
Because like, I don't think anybody else is really terribly opposed to killing
Because
Drow. Like
like,
everyone was like,
killing somebody for personal gain is evil, so
right. But
your
everyone
god
else is
might have
like,
a problem with that.
yeah, yeah. Everyone else is totally just like, yeah, sure, why not? Like Nataka's like, it's a drow, I don't give a fuck. And like Arax is like,
Although,
proud of it.
to be fair, in this case, um, it wouldn't exactly be for a personal gain thing. It'd be for a greater good thing. So,
I mean, that's probably the way Nataka would view it. I don't know if Valyria would view it the same way. I don't know. It's one of those things
It
too.
kind of depends what you do and how you do it.
well, my look at it is sort of kill the evil race that likes to torture and destroy everything around them for
Right.
pleasure to save everything that they could be trying to
Like
destroy.
Nataka
For all we
wouldn't
know,
view
they're
it
gonna
as.
kill everything.
Yeah, Nataka would be like, that's fine because eventually we're probably gonna kill Escrivala anyway as well. So and all the other Drow because all of them are fucking terrible beings or whatever. And like, I don't know. That's like the thing too though. It's kind of like, for example, one of my favorite characters in as an examination of alignment is actually is Almanjaro from Neverwinter Nights 2 because he's
Yeah.
actually like. Yeah, like he goes around, he makes a bunch of contracts with devils and demons and shit, and he's trying to do it to save the world, but he's still fucking evil. Because
So evil.
even though he's doing it for the right reasons, he's doing all this
His
horrible shit,
methods aren't
and he's
right.
justifying it as for the greater good, but that's the thing, doing things for the greater good. If you're doing evil shit for the greater good, it's still evil.
Yeah, it's just lawful evil.
The greater good.
Yeah, I think Amanjaro was lawful evil. He might have been neutral evil as well, I don't remember, but I think he was lawful evil.